Alrighty, so getting back to it. Last time, you guys successfully obliterated the flying warship of Lasharog. You flew out far into the middle of the ocean, deep into an artificial storm, sawed your way through the bottom of the ship, and set fire to the powder stores, and blew that thing to Kingdom Come. In the aftermath, you guys did your best to recuperate, heal yourselves and your allies, and made plans to do some last-minute scouting and reconnect in Freeport once all was said and done. Though not before you systematically hunted down and killed every surviving member of Lasharog's crew that was still floating in the crash. So, the bulk of the party decided to make their way back towards the island of Toure, the city of Bryshore, and take the teleportation circle at the naval base there back to Freeport, while Lauren hung back, did some poking around in the wreck as it slowly sank to the bottom of the ocean. You tricked some fish into blowing themselves up in one of the cabins.
That was an accident.
It was completely intentional, you know it.
No.
Don't argue with the recap.
It happened, okay.
Okay, it happened, but it was not intentional.
I hoped they wouldn't explode, but I worried they would. And collected some papers, some documentation from the hull of the ship before deciding to wild shape into a fish and just hang around and wait and see what you could learn when Lasharog discovered what became of his beloved ship.
His poor baby boat.
And discovered he did, with Bloodbeard in tow. The two finally appeared at the edge of the darkness, swam towards the ship, threw a little fit, and quickly began scrounging for supplies and important items, it would seem. Aloran overheard that they very clearly suspected the Lost Emerald's involvement in this, and could not let them operate so brazenly anymore. You guys are now officially a threat in their books.
Well,
you also learned
the White Cartel. We had something else to worry about, I guess.
You also learned that Lasharog, despite his irritation with you and acknowledgement that you are not to be trifled with, Lasharog seems to believe that no matter what you do, everything is coming to an end by the end of the summer. Clearly referring to whatever is going on with the red light that appeared over the winter solstice from the center of the Sea of Halan. You then watched as Bloodbeard and Lasharog called out with their eldritch power and summoned from the depths another one of those giant spined monstrosities. Tucking themselves away in its spines, you watched as it sank back into the dark murk below and vanished from sight before you began to make your way back home. Or at least in that general direction. Aloran ended up deviating towards Feral instead, after a short tenure helping East Alliance diving operations trying to inspect this ship. The rest of the party reached Freeport and began setting about helping with the recovery effort. There were visits to local morgues, some dead children were brought back to life, and some messages were relayed from friends and family, relieved to find that you had all survived the events of the arraignment. So, we are. Oh, and one last thing before I forget. At the end of last session, you all received a message, or at least everyone who was at the Presidium received a message from the Eastern Alliance inviting you to a general meeting between Eastern Alliance leadership regarding what to do with this new threat that has reared its ugly head. And Lauren had her first real conversation with La Shirag through a dream visitation, as he appeared to her and forced her to witness the final culmination of the red light in the distance.
I technically didn't see anything.
Well, you woke up, thankfully, so you were not forced to bear witness to much more. And yeah, you are safe and sound in your room, or in Adler's room, I should say. And we're picking up there, basically. Warren, if you want to do anything immediately following this dream, we can cover that.
Yeah.
But it is morning on the 31st of Karen. We are halfway through the first month of the year.
What time is it?
So you would have woken up late at night, either midnight or sometime after midnight. It's dark, stars are out, all that shit. No sign of daylight yet.
Well, I'm gonna cast Fairy Fire outside that window.
Just immediately.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. As the brilliant flash of neon light fades, your eyes readjust. You do not see anything in the air outside the room.
Alright. I'm gonna climb out the window.
Okay.
And I'm gonna look around for something suspicious or try to hear for something moving.
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
What's my bonus? Plus 12. Yeah. 24.
24. You hear Adlar snoring loudly in the bed behind you, and looking around outside. There's no birds overhead, no animals out in the street looking down. It's a pretty quiet, cool night here on Farrell. You can very distantly hear the sounds of the city's nightlife winding down blocks away. But all seems calm and quiet here.
Cool. Okay. If I don't see anything, Lauren is gonna cast Dream on La Shirag. Actually, probably like in an hour.
You're gonna wait?
Yeah, I'm gonna wait a little bit.
Okay.
And she's just gonna sit there and be like, I'm gonna fuck with you now, bitch.
Oh boy. How can this possibly not backfire?
It's fine. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Lauren's salty motherfucker.
That's what comes with living in the ocean, I guess.
Yup.
Well, I'll say when you cast Dream, you sense that La Shirag is still awake.
Well, I'll wait. I got time.
How late do you want to wait?
Oh, I'll wait the whole 8 hours. If I
Are you
have to.
using your spell slots for this?
Mhm.
Okay.
Well, so the spell remains active for 8 hours. She
Mhm.
can stay in this trance and just wait for him to fall asleep.
Yeah.
Wait, you said this is the morning, right?
It is late at night, early morning.
So in other words, he could just be awake for the rest of the day.
He could be, but I'm gonna see if he is or not.
Okay.
Lauren's a little salty, so she's gonna wait.
A little?
Just a little bit.
So as you continue to sit on this rooftop and focus on this spell, maintaining the trance, you are faintly aware of the very first bit of light beginning to brighten the sky overhead when you sense a tug, and you feel your consciousness slip from feral into the dream space.
What's up, bitch?
What's he reading? I don't give a shit. I smack it out of his hand. So, with Dream, you have control over a dream space. What do you want to do with it?
Oh, Lauren's gonna be a fucking toxic ass motherfucker. She'd be like, "Good evening, Lost Shirag. So nice to see you again."
You're just there in a blank space with him?
Yep, for now. Maybe like the ocean. Like a very vast, stormy ocean.
Okay. I'd say, as you sort of conjure this space and give it shape, you watch this sort of white, foggy dreamscape swirl and shift in color and texture until you are enmeshed in this deep, dark, watery space. And as your vision clears, as the dream space opens up, you can see La Shirag floating in the water, not too far from you.
Cool.
And there is sort of a faint shimmer. You can see that he is kind of still not fully in the dream yet. He's kind of coming into it, and you can see that he is currently like seated, like leaned back, legs tucked up to his chest, and there's almost like a faint outline of this like hard carapace he's sort of braced up against. You can see for a few seconds before it starts to fade, and he sort of starts to drift in the water, and you see him kind of come to and look around, and he sees you.
He's gonna do a sassy little wave. Hi there.
His beard is just kind of like very slowly wafting in the water in front of him, and his eyes are just fucking narrowed at you.
How are you? Aw, not a talker.
Is this a game to you?
I mean, you showed up in my dreams, and I can do the same to you, so why shouldn't I?
Well, get on with it then. What do you have to say? What do you have to show me?
I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what would be the most annoying thing possible. I have Poopsie. I don't think you'd like Poopsie.
Don't show him Poopsie. Poopsie is private.
He... You see his expression kind of falter for a moment. He kind of cocks his head. He's like, "Excuse me?"
Poopsie. Poopsie's a terror. Oh, Noelle, what was the old lady that you were called? Do you remember?
I do not recall. I should have looked it
I
up.
don't think did you give probably something like Ethel.
It was some old lady name, I think.
Can we say Barbara?
It's canon.
Barbara.
I just like the idea that Olori doesn't remember either. So she just makes up a name that she's like, yeah, that probably sounds right.
Yeah, that sounds right, Barbara. But yeah, what does La Shirag say?
He said, "Excuse me?"
Yeah, Poopsie. She's a terror. Very annoying.
He kind of relaxes a little bit as he's just, like, scrutinizing you.
I could show you how I blew up your ship.
What in God's name is a Poopsie?
Oh, I could
Your
show
worst
you.
nightmare.
It's your worst fucking nightmare.
Nobody wants to see that.
See what?
So you make Poopsie?
No!
It's his first assumption.
Oh my god. Get your mind out of the gutter, sir. It is definitely not that.
Somebody Lauren telling someone to get their mind out of the
I know, right?
That's impressive.
How rich. Lauren's a saint. What are you talking about?
By whose standard?
Do you want me to show you me blowing up your ship? Or do you want to see Poopsie? I could go either way.
Dealer's choice.
Cool. She'll do the ship first. And she'll just conjure it. She won't show anybody else involved in it. But he'll see her just like blow it up, jump out of ship, and boom.
So he's gonna see the hole
no,
that you
don't
jump
show-
through.
Oh, no.
Don't show him that!
So what he's going to see is that she came out of one of like those portholes
Mm.
on the side of the ship and jumped out and a few moments later. So he never sees the hole at the bottom.
You see him kind of floating in the space between you as you kind of conjure this image, and his eyes are narrowed, and he is just like watching it very intently. And occasionally his eyes flick back to you, just scrutinizing.
She just has a smile on her face.
His expression doesn't change.
But, you know, if you're going to be a jerk, I can be a jerk too. So, here we are. I'm sorry.
So,
Lauren's
I like
just
the,
being really
I like the
sassy.
idea that our party doesn't have a nemesis, but Aloran does.
Mm-hmm.
She has decided that Lasharag is her nemesis.
Yep. It was actually surprisingly easy. So, might want to work on that.
Noted.
Cool. Well, I guess we're gonna go on to Poopsie then. And Lauren is going to conjure Poopsie and Barbara.
In the ocean.
No, it's gonna change into this hotel setting, and Lasharog's trying to check into a room, and then Barbara is just fucking terrorizing him. The dog's just biting him, and he can't kick it. He just kicks through it, but he feels it when the dog bites him. And then Barbara's like, "I'm so disappointed in you, Lasharog. I didn't raise you this way."
You mean Poopsie?
This is a human woman, right?
No, this
Yeah,
is the
no,
Hobgoblin lady.
She means Poopsie. She didn't tell Lasharog that she didn't raise him this way.
But it's just her tormenting him with Poopsie. And she would like to make it a nightmare.
Alright. Let me open this character sheet.
Actually, before I do the nightmare, you can finish that. I'm gonna say one more thing.
Alright.
Before I do all that.
What do
Before
you
I
say?
do the whole Poopsie bit. What was I gonna say? Oh shit, I had it and it slipped my mind. Anyways, please continue, Jake.
Does a 20 succeed?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have an 18.
He'll use one of his 12 legendary resistances.
Actually, I'm not gonna do the nightmare. I'm not gonna do it. I'm pretty much just gonna...
You already rolled it.
Okay.
What are you doing?
Okay, I'm not gonna do the Poopsie thing, though. I'm gonna save that for later. But pretty much, Lauren's just going to, like, approach him and be like, "Don't fuck with me. Okay? Because I will take care of you sooner than you ever fucking wish I would. So leave me the fuck alone." She's trying to be intimidating, by the way.
Go ahead and give me an intimidation check.
Cool. Ooh, that's actually not bad. That is a 19.
19.
Yeah.
You get up in his face and give him your ultimatum. And you realize as you're talking, like, he seems to be looking past you. Like, not even, like, fully paying attention to what you're saying. Like, he's clearly thinking about something else. But after you finish, his gaze kind of flicks down to you. He cocks his eyebrows and he asks, "Is that all?"
Yep. Cool. This has been such a lovely conversation.
Can I ask a magic question? I know I'm not in this scene, but is it possible to stack dreams at the same time?
I mean, we could try it. I don't know that there's necessarily a ruling about it.
Okay, no, I was just like, because brain went, wait, if Aloran's trolling him with dream, if he is attempted to be contacted, what happens when two happen at... like, does it make like just
The
a
number
really
you are calling is
weird-
currently busy.
like, does it just make a really weird nightmare, or does it...
The line 2 button starts blinking.
Excuse me, I have to take this. He disappears.
Oh yeah, hey bears.
Yeah, I got one on the other line. Hold on.
Yeah, I think
wish
she's
I
still
could put her
there.
on- I wish I
just
could
keep-
put her on hold. She keeps talking about poopsie.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to see that.
I feel like if he like ignored her, she'd be like, "Ugh, you're just as annoying as Varys is." Gross.
I say there is a flicker of an expression at the mention of Varys' name.
Ooh, what is it? Insight check.
It's subtle. It's small.
Okay.
But yeah, go ahead and give me a...
17 plus 8. 25.
There's a split second where the nostrils kind of flare, the brow furrows, you know, the corners of his mouth kind of tense, and you detect, for a split second, a tinge of disgust.
Of disgust
Mm-hmm.
towards Varys?
At the mention of his name.
What was that all about? Are you like disgusted by him or something?
He's just scrutinizing you again.
Well, I think she'll just start talking about Varys and see if I can get any more reactions from him. I got something. She'll just start going.
I'll say you start talking. And it takes him a couple of minutes before it seems like he groks what it is that you're doing. And at that point, he kind of rolls his eyes and just starts to turn away. And you see his attention kind of pulled somewhere, anywhere other than you.
Well, all right. Well, Aloran's bored then, so she'll do Nightmare, and it will be... Would it be so fucked up if it's Aloran and Varys fucking?
I thought you were going for a nightmare.
It could be.
You're like, hey, I was talking to you. You just
Yeah.
like, it's like the flash cuts of scenes of pornos and Fight Club. They splice
No,
into
just
the
kidding.
movies.
Not what happens.
It's like that shit, like flashing in his eyes, and he's like jerks awake underwater wherever he is.
Yep.
He just- as you lose the connection and leave the dream spell, you definitely note the tinge of disgust has grown substantially before the connection breaks.
What is the disgust towards? Me or Varys? Or is it both? Gasp.
Or is it me with Varys?
You're a bad influence on my boy. You stay away from him. But yeah, by the time you in the dream, I'd say an hour, 2. How long were you in there? Irritating him with whatever you were irritating him with.
Honestly, I feel like Alorn would have gotten bored. So not that long.
Sure. Okay. So you come to open your eyes and you can see kind of the dim blue of early morning, slowly brightening overhead. Stars beginning to fade out. So like,
Oh, can I say something? There was something I remembered what I was gonna say to him.
okay.
I was gonna tell him to send his familiar elsewhere, or I'm gonna kill him.
Okay.
Cool. Okay. I'm guessing he doesn't have a response to that.
He does not.
Cool.
Okay.
That's it.
So, come out of the dream, sitting on Adler's roof. It is dark and cool and damp.
I think Alorn will, I guess try to go back to sleep, I guess.
Hey. You fall asleep.
Cool.
And wake up pretty late, close to noon-ish. Adlar is probably still in bed as well, just sawing logs.
Cool.
So, it is morning of the 31st. What is everybody doing?
Several things happened last session. Barnaby was approached. Noel was approached. When did those things happen?
They would have happened at some point during the days following you guys getting back to town.
Okay.
So we could say it was relatively recent, just to kind of ease the distance a bit, and you guys are free to follow up on those now if you'd like, in whatever order you so choose.
I should probably go visit Bubba.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, how he's doing.
Sure. Okay. So, morning will come, Barnaby, and as you make your way downtown, you can still see, faint trails of smoke and dust kind of still wafting up out of the wrecked marina district where the fighting happened. But thankfully, the city square on which Le Chateau was built seems to have been relatively untouched, save for a few ugly scrawls of graffiti along the exterior walls. You see drawings of a very rudimentary, giant, spiny, beaked creature. You see various different takes on the arraignment. Some people extolling, Bloodbeard lives, long live La Sharog, long live the Leviathan, and others are like, damn pirates, hang them all. It's a smattering of different things that have sort of proliferated throughout the city in the days following the destruction. And unfortunately, the chateau has not escaped such vandalism. But stepping inside, you do find it in pretty much the same state you remember it being in last time you were here. Same pristine marble floors, beautiful arches and columns, the crystal chandelier hanging from the 3 stories up in the lobby, the long mahogany countertop where the reception is going about their daily business.
Does it have a sign that says "No dogs allowed" now?
There's a very small one off to the side next to a candy dish. Dogs must stay on a leash at all times. But yeah, stepping up to the counter, Barnaby, one of the attendees will turn to you and say, "What can I do for you, sir?"
Looking for Bubba.
Bubba, last name? As he opens his book.
Otis.
Otis. Well, I don't see a Bubba Otis in here.
He might be
Um,
using his acquired name.
which would
Otis should be
be...
the last name.
What would the other name be? Because there are no Otises in the register, sir.
Hmm. Let's see.
Victor LeBlanc.
Victor, I believe. Victor LeBlanc.
Victor LeBlanc, as
Yeah.
he flips back through his pages. Yes, we do have a Mr. LeBlanc in residence. Can I pass a message along for you then?
Well, I'd like to request a visitation with him.
I will send that along then. And he'll tap one of the halfling guys behind the counter and just kind of quietly gesture towards the stairs, and you'll see the halfling patter away. And about 3 minutes later, comes back. And he says, Mr. LeBlanc will see you now, sir, if you're ready.
Oh, good.
Right this way. And he'll lead you up towards one of the upper floors, and you find yourself in a nice, long sort of apartment suite, not too dissimilar from one that the Cordovenches were staying in when they were still staying at the chateau. And standing outside, you see 4 of those heavily armored hobgoblin warriors, sort of just at attention, shields, up against their chests, swords at their sides. One of them will nod as you approach and turn towards the door, give it a knock. You'll see it open from the inside. And the halfling will say, as you do, sir, have a good meeting, and he'll head back downstairs. And you'll be welcomed into a nice, spacious salon, and you'll see Victor sitting in a comfortable looking silk robe with a tray of food and drink on the end table next to him. And he'll, without even standing up, just kind of spread his arms. Barnaby, good to see you, brother. Please have a seat. Have a seat.
Well, thank you. How you been? I heard all the ruckus, so I figured I'd stop by.
Terrible business about the boat. Really, really terrible. Damn shame. But ain't my boat, thankfully.
Oh, well, that's not so bad then.
No. Company boat. Are you all right? I heard some rumors that you were involved in all that business. People said they saw folk like you and your friends out fighting.
I took a few pop shots, you could say that.
I mean, I'm glad you're all right. Breakfast, have you eaten?
I've already eaten, thank you, though.
Sure. Well, good to know you're alive. Goodbye. I'm kidding, of course. Please stay. I actually, I had heard you and your friends were involved in all that fighting, and talk around town as you guys are pretty big deals around here.
Oh, I don't like to really think of myself that fancy, but
Well,
I guess we do have a name for ourselves.
Folk speak very highly of you. At least folks I've talked to so far. I can't speak for the whole city, but lot of good things about you and your lost emeralds. And I've had a thought. I wanted to run by you. I was wondering if I might be able to lean on you for a hand with
If he hires us to track us down, I'm gonna have a hernia.
some of this business I've been dealing with here.
It's gonna happen.
What would that be exactly?
Well, I mean, you're kin. I suppose at this point, there's really no harm in coming out about it all. Secrecy's not really. It, my people back home, they are displeased with some developments out here on the coast. As I've been told, we have some farms and some properties around here that, do some growing and some manufacturing for export around the Sea of Halan, And past few months, big operation of ours in the area went dark. Stopped sending payments. Stopped sending updates. We hadn't heard anything really from them in a while. So they sent me out to look into things. And, I've come to believe this is... Are you familiar with a group called the North Rim?
Damn, I'm trying to remember. Am I?
Long time ago, it came up. That was Willem's faction inside the White Cartel.
That's right.
Yeah.
I've heard the name in passing by.
Really now? Well, I suppose that saves me some time. Unpleasant folk, as I'm given to understand, and I suspect that elements of their old organization may have taken some things, and belong to them. If you follow me, we've got a property in the mountains south of town, about a week, right? Send some folks to go poke around down there. They said Valley Mouth is being held by some mercenaries. Now, we didn't hire them, which means somebody hired them, which means there's somebody in the valley who don't want us getting into the valley, right? And on top of that, there is, well, I haven't confirmed nothing, but there's word there's a fella in town around here who is selling our product locally in the region without any kickback to us. Follow? They're stealing our goods, making their own stuff with it, selling it for themselves, keeping it all. Just very underhanded business. So, and I know you're busy. I know you guys have a lot going on for you. So, I mean, I won't twist your arm or nothing if you can't make the time. Although I think I could make it worth your while. But at the least, maybe if you could maybe lean on some folk you might know who could maybe get involved and do something about this situation. But I mean, if you could do that, I would be appreciative. But if you could do it yourselves, if your friends were willing, all it'd really be is, scaring off them folk holding the valley and getting us up in there back to the farms. I think if we could get that far, we could probably take it from there easy.
I mean, really, all it sounds like is you're just trying to get back what's yours.
Well, yeah, you understand. And as I said, I'd be perfectly happy to make it worth your while. I mean, they sent me all this way across the sea to deal with it, and I'm not expecting any support from back home with all this red solstice business going on out there. Just kind of waves in the general direction of the ocean. But
also going to take you a bit to get a new boat to get back.
Absolutely, exactly right. So I'm probably going to be here running things for a little while. So, I mean, if you're willing, if your friends are willing, I'd be happy to compensate you. You know, I mean, the company, I'm sure, would be happy to compensate you for your time and effort. He's watching you now, trying to gauge a reaction.
Well, before I say anything, I do got one question to ask you. This all, above board. We're not doing anything,
He's anything what?
That's all I needed to ask.
All right. Well, good. I think. Are we?
Well,
Is that a yes? Am I following?
well, at
You
least
have to finish the question, David.
Barnaby's too trustworthy.
You mean
That's
trusting?
the problem. Yes. Let me put it this way. You got a vote from me, but I still got to get a vote from the group. So,
Oh, absolutely. I understand. This is a communal decision. I suppose just so that I know. What do you think would be enough to sway your friends? You know, cousin to cousin. I'm sure I could work something out to their satisfaction.
and time I've been with them, most of it they just like either money or information or both. So,
Company's got money. Company's got money. Well, I can certainly arrange a payday for sure. I mean, a handsome one. Thinking he's again very transparently kind of scrutinizing you for just to see like is this too high, too low? As he says, say to 65,000.
Too low.
I don't need to be good at money to know that's a lot of money.
Oh, Barnaby. Oh, Barnaby.
Well, I'm glad we could make this happen. I'm sure. I'm absolutely certain. The company will be more than happy to foot that bill if it means getting things back on track around here.
Well, how long you gonna be here? If you had to take a guess.
Well, I don't really have anywhere else to go. So it's until further notice, I suppose.
All right. So here's what I'm saying. I go talk to my party here. They might come back, have some questions. And
Sure, understandable.
and we decide whether business worth doing or not.
Perfectly fair, I think. You run that number by them. If they seem interested, by all means, come back. We can cover whatever bases need to be covered. Dot our T's, cross our I's, and such, and everything's gonna be right as rain. I'm so happy to hear that. Part of me, you have no idea. God, that's a weight off my shoulders.
Oh, sure. Got to do something to help the blood. Now that's about the only blood that I got that still get along good with.
Amen to that. No drink, but can I get you a coffee?
I'll take a coffee.
He'll stand up from his couch and hurry over to the kitchen and start putting together coffee in a little French press. You guys can share a nice little cup of coffee together.
Aw.
To family. Clink.
That family.
And yeah, that was about what he wanted to cover.
All right. And after that, I'd probably head back to the group when we all have a moment to talk.
Okay. Sure. you want to do that now or later?
I figure we can do the other, address the other thing first, and then get it all together at the end of the day.
Okay, sure. So, Noel,
Yes.
we wanted to follow up with Martin.
Yes, that seems like a good distraction on a day like today.
Sure. So, heading across town, still kind of skirting the outskirts of the city, you make your way into the northern suburbs of Freeport. There are some large, expansive properties, beautiful ranch houses, manors, estates that are being built out here and have been built out here. Lovely gardens, and there is a tinge of Crazewood back on Daggermore to the opulence in some of these houses. But you make your way towards the very edge of these neighborhoods and find the familiar Calabaya Manor, which is a comparatively much more understated, reserved, but still large and sprawling estate. And approaching the gate, a couple of the guards will see you and immediately just kind of nod their heads and open the gate into the property for you. One of them will follow as they close the gate behind them and say, "I take it you're here to see Mr. Martin."
I was asked to show.
Sure. Well, right this way, ma'am. And he'll lead you up the steps through the front door. The interior of this house is very nice, very modern, very clean. Lots of large, wide swaths of smooth, singular color on the walls. These like blocky concrete pillars kind of holding up the second floor. Black marble sort of trim along the edges and in the floor. Very sleek, very clean. And stepping into a side room, this sort of small library, it turns out, after kind of winding down a couple halls, you see Martin sitting by a window at a piano bench, just very slowly kind of plinking away at keys. And seeing that he doesn't hear you as you approach, the guard, the attendant, very loudly clears his throat. Mr. Quartermanch, you got a visitor. And there's a clang from the keys as Martin kind of jumps a bit and turns around and says, Noel.
Hey, Martin.
So good to see you. As he stands up and just immediately approaches, like arms wide.
I'll give him a hug.
He pulls you in very tightly. Just this long exhale of relief. And you see the guard just kind of like back off as he leads you to it. Martin holds you in this embrace for a while without any words before he finally pulls back and just looks you over. You look like you've been fighting.
Yeah, it's been a lot. I'm glad you weren't by the docks.
No, I was about as far as I could be. Not that I knew, really, what was coming, but obviously... I'm just glad you're alright. I heard you and your friends killed that thing.
Oh, yeah, I helped a little.
I never would have imagined you would ever be able to do something like this.
Honestly, a few months ago, neither would I. But we seem to have found something we can do that we're pretty good at. And it's been pretty crazy.
There's a moment where he's almost struggling for words before he finally just stops, lets them fall wherever they were, and just nods and says, I am relieved you're all right. So relieved. How are things? He'll sit back down on the piano bench.
Generally okay, I guess. I guess we haven't really spoken since everything with Amelia.
Shadow kind of passes over his face as he nods. Doesn't say anything, but he nods.
Everything's super stressful. Like I said, we found a way to help people and make this place a little bit better, but I won't lie, it's been a lot. I think if I knew now what I knew... Sorry. I think if I knew now what I would have gone through, if I could go back in time and tell myself what this would have been like, I'm not sure I would have, but I'm here and I'm making my way through it every day. And I just hope we can find a resolution to everything sooner rather than later.
You sound as though this is not the end of this problem.
No, there's a lot more going on here.
Well, he is stuck for words. You can tell there's something he's trying to get out, and he either can't bring himself to say it outright, or maybe he doesn't even feel like he has the right to.
Noelle would just grab his hand and have him sit him down on a couch next to her. Are you okay?
I'm fine. I'm fine.
You seem distracted.
I'm just glad you're all right. I'm very relieved you're all right.
Martin, I've been through a lot of dangerous experiences in the past few months. And there's more to come, I know. So if you have something you want to ask or tell me, I would take that opportunity.
Thank you for saying that. I just don't know that I have any place saying those sorts of things to you after everything. I know I was not I was not strong when you needed to be, and you had to leave because of that. And I let you. I never asked after you, and I tried to push it from my mind. And honestly, having Amelia around made it difficult not to worry about more pressing things immediately at hand. But I I don't have any place saying so, Noel. But you have grown so much, and I cannot help but feel so proud of what you've done, what you've accomplished here. Maybe it is just sentimentality on my part, but I am proud of you, and I am happy you found a place where you can be happy. And I don't want you to get hurt. So that is me.
I spent a lot of time thinking that because of what we went through back when I was young, that I could never be better than what I was. And it's taken some pretty shocking experiences to start to break me out of that mentality. Amelia manipulated me, and in some ways she was in your head too, I think.
I think you are being very, very gracious. I was not the man I should have been as your father. And I knew it then, and I know it now. And you see a little bit of a tear kind of come to his eye. But at the same time, I never stopped loving her. And I know you did what you had to do. And I am where I am now largely because of the choices she and I made. I don't think that you were wrong. But I would be lying if I said I did not miss her.
I asked you last time we talked if Amelia was always like this, or if she changed at some point into the person that I knew. And to be honest, I didn't get a clear answer back then. But emotions were high.
Sure.
What is it about her you miss? Because coming from where I am sitting, hard to see any humanity in there. What was the Amelia that you fell in love with? Because if it was that, I don't know how I could ever understand.
Amelia was, strong, fearsome. She never backed down from anything. And if one way did not work, she found another and would just keep trying until something took. I admired her fire, I suppose. And he'll sit back and just kind of slouch with a sigh. There are sides of a person you do not see unless you love them closely. Not to dwell too much on that, but I think that was a part of it. Maybe a bigger part than I gave credit to. Who is to say?
Well, I wish I could give you, solace and tell you that I can fix everything and make...
He starts to shake his head. Just, you do not have to fix anything. I know what we did, and I know what you went through, and I know that whatever transpired between you two is between you two. I cannot dwell there. I have to. I can't. I cannot. He starts to kind of gesture around the room, almost as if to change the subject. It is maybe not what I imagined myself in my widowing days, but it is not terrible here. I have gracious hosts, though his sons are a little much. And they are, truth be told, they are much better at what they do than Amelia ever was.
That was
I think it helps having a family of folk like that.
When it's all being carried on my back, it gets a little complicated.
It is a lot for one person, too much for one person. I am sorry.
I know. Whatever happened to our place back in Aelia?
The first one or the second one, the big one that you left?
The last one I saw. I don't know if there was one after that.
It's still there. Still has our name on it. Although we started parceling land out, land leases to farmers and some other folk. I imagine the Castellan is enjoying his peace and quiet, but it was in a bit of an echoey place by the time we made it out here. We liquidated quite a bit of holdings to buy up the land we did. And there was some talk of maybe selling it, but well, now Mr. Petiot is saying perhaps we set up offices there. A branch of his family moves in, keeps an eye on things out in the Midlands once the rails are built. And you know that the other girl, Sandy, she's in and out of here all the time. Constantly talking with the Emerald Rail Company. But I hear she's going to start heading for Chaser here in a few days, weeks, something like that. Some other business of theirs is not going quite so well up that way.
I've heard bad things about that place.
It makes Freeport look quite orderly, I'm told.
Well, my experience in Freeport up until yesterday has been very positive.
Well, we only briefly passed through. It is a smelly city. Lots of black smoke, lots of stacks of machine pumping oil out of the ground. But the hills are nice, very green. Some very wealthy people setting up there that are really into magic. They actually put on a show for us. It was never seen anything like it. They set up this stage like a play, but there are no people. It is entirely magical, and it is a big scene of illusions and sounds and crazy things happening. They've had a dragon flying in from backstage, and all these fire kind of sweep over the seats. I mean, it was never seen anything like that. They've really got something going on down there. I think they're going to be big here in a few years. You watch for it. I promise you.
Sounds like some powerful magic. But that's unique. Do you remember what their show was called?
Oh.
I could keep an eye out.
It was I'll be honest, I had been drinking a lot that night. I don't, but
I understand.
I will ask Petyor, maybe he knows. He's got lots of people down there. Well, except for the one Sandy is looking for, but yeah, I'm sure I can find it. I will find it. I will get back to you and let you know, right?
Sure.
They said coming 4:37 all across Lythor. They're opening theaters.
Well, I guess I won't be able to miss them then.
It's really something.
Well, I should probably get moving, but
Sure.
I guess I should say, this whole everything, there's been 1,000 things on my mind in the past few months. I did what I thought was right. I did what I had to do with everything that we went through. I feel whether or not you believe that I owe you any explanations or answers, Amelia is alive. She is being watched and guarded by someone whom I trust and who is powerful. My goal wasn't to murder her. I just wanted her to get a taste of the kind of pain that I've experienced. I can't get you in contact with her right now because she has to be alone. I didn't... You know Amelia probably better than anyone. I didn't want to hurt you with my actions, but she hurt me so much. And also, just know that even if you could not be strong for me back then, I believe that people can change. And that if you're aware of the problem, it's something that can be fixed.
He looks teary-eyed. Definitely looked away as soon as Amelia came up. Just couldn't look you in the eye, but nodded along as he listened. And I think he takes a deep, shaky breath and just pulls you into a hug. He just says, I'm just so relieved you are all right. Right now, that's all that matters.
I'm glad you're okay too. Stay safe, Martin.
You too.
I think Noelle just probably heads out then.
You leave Martin in that parlor, and he sits back at the piano, and you just hear the keys slowly kind of start up again. As you leave the room, you see that attendant standing in the hall just outside the door, hands clasped. He just kind of like looks at you out of the corner of his eye. All done?
Exits this way, right?
Follow me. And he will lead you towards the lobby. As you reach for as you approach the door, you hear a fairly deep voice call out from upstairs. You're the quartermanch girl, right? And looking up, you see, making his way down the stairs is a very tall, kind of thick, dark-haired, very broad-nosed, furbolg man. He's got very large, kind of popped collar on this dress shirt that's like half unbuttoned, halfway down his chest. This thick gold chain around his neck. These tight leather pants. Very nice, like snakeskin shoes.
Is this the guy I saw before?
This is a different guy.
Shop? Okay.
No, this is a different guy. There is a resemblance. You definitely see, but there's like a bit of a salt and a pepper kind of graying happening at the edges of his hairline, and this like scruff in the beard, and an age in his face that was not present in the other fella. And as he makes his way downstairs, he extends a hand. He says, "Petyor Kalabaya, as your service, ma'am."
Nice to meet you.
He will take your hand, whether you extend it out or not, and
Sure.
just bend low and give it a kiss. I just wanted to assure you, your father has been given the most comfortable accommodations that we can offer him here. I hope you and he had a good meeting. Everything well?
Yeah, he just wanted to check in after the insanity of yesterday.
I heard about that. That was terrible business down there. You know, my guys, they're telling me whole mess of violence, buildings falling over. Awful stuff. Very glad to see you're all right. Are your friends well? Did your friends get out okay too?
We're all okay.
Good. That's good. Listen, your father was beside himself, about the whole thing. I'm sure he really appreciates you coming by to see him. I think that did him some good. I think he's gonna be feeling a little better after seeing you now. If you want to come by again, check in with him periodically. By all means, my door is open to you. Is what I'm trying to say here. I just wanted to make that clear here. And no hard feelings about the business this past month. Yeah.
It certainly could have gone worse.
It really could have. You're right. You're absolutely right. It could have been a terrible, terrible mess for everyone involved, and I'm very glad it didn't get to that. It's not how I like to do things. It really isn't.
I'll be totally honest with you. I don't have any interest in any of the goings-on of your line of work. I've been down that road. I'm done with it. This is a ceasefire.
I apologize if I came off incorrectly. I was not attempting to convey a desire to recruit. Just wanted to touch base, and I just wanted to convey my sentiments, my well wishes for you and your father. And again, my door is open to you for as often as you would like to come visit, see him. He will be well cared for, well taken care of, as long as he's a guest in my home. That is my promise to you.
That is appreciated.
Good.
I know
Good.
it probably wasn't intended as a threat, but my brain went, that is both a very nice thing to say, but also, the instant he's out of my home, he's dead.
I don't think that's what he meant.
Oh, no, I know
No.
100%.
It could have been. I get what you're saying, Kat. It could have been in other context, but yeah. No. I think Noel does have the insight to know that there was a veiled threat in there. That could have gotten really fucking ugly.
Yeah, I figured that much.
That was 100% in that line. But no, he does seem to be very intent on impressing his hospitality for your father here, and again extending that to you
Right.
by association.
That's very good to know. Thank you.
Of course, anytime. Well, you have a lovely day, Miss Quarterminch. I have some business to attend to, but maybe I'll see you around. Huh?
Perhaps.
Take care of yourself. And with that, he will kind of back up and just stand and watch as his flunky leads you out the front door. Who I think, as you kind of close the front door behind you and begin walking down the drive to the gate, you definitely see this like from that guy after leaving his boss's presence. And he gets to the gate and lets you out. He says, "Have a good
Is
rest
there
of your day,
anything
Mr.
I should like do or say, or will I just be recognized if I walk up to the front doors going forward?"
Oh, no, we know you. Don't worry about it. We got you.
Right. Yeah, you have a good day.
You too.
Yeah. Okay. I'll go back to the Presidium.
Sorry, I had to.
No, I get it. It's just this whole thing is just so fucking awkward for Noel. It's like, yes, I want to be done with this shit. Alright. I go back to the Presidium.
Alrighty. And as luck would have it, Barnaby, you arrived not long after. Oh, wow, look, everyone's here.
Oh, look,
Except for-
Barnaby.
Oh, would you look at that? How convenient.
Well.
How the
What?
turds have tabled.
I don't know. I
I'll
just
just
like to
turn
say
the
that.
table. Need more room?
How's your day, Barnaby?
Well, I got a proposition for us to make some some easy money.
How much and how easy?
That's the most archaic thing I've ever heard Barnaby say.
He doesn't giggle much. That's the reason.
Not a giggler.
Where's
Where's the Burberry and the John?
I feel
I think
like
John's in the can.
What's up?
Now you're back.
The door opens.
Ah, there you are, John.
Yo,
Finished raising the lizard.
oh, that was the
I'm
best
just been over here minding my own business.
I feel like whenever his time is not being the Healy Beacon person
Right.
that he be, I feel like he changes into like a different cloak and then just goes on the biggest food binger anyone has ever seen.
Oh, Lauren wishes she was there.
Aw.
She would totally chow down with you.
And even like if he's not there, he's like constantly got something from some food stand.
Sure. Okay.
We're going to come back to a really plump Burberry.
Not. I'm actually. Hold on.
They need to eat a lot before they enter their cocoon and reform into one. As
Sounds
far as I
like a
understand how
caterpillar.
kobolds work.
No, I'm legitimately like because of the because Pete drew Noel, I was like, man, I really should stop and like avoiding it and actually draw. Because one of the reasons I haven't drawn level 10 is just because I have to do the stacked outfit and their individual outfit.
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
Oh, is that how you get a dragon egg? That's like their cocoon.
No. But it's not all of Burberry. It's just Burr. Burr is gaining weight. They're not gonna look the same anymore because Burr's getting fat.
Fair.
That's adorable. So I take that to mean you are not at the Presidium.
Probably not.
Okay. Well, then what did you learn, Barnaby? What you got?
Well, my brother, Bubba, you met him once.
Yes.
He has a job where we need to go get back what was his. You see, some stuff up in his farms got stolen, and people have been selling it as their own instead of, he's not getting anything from it. So I figured he just got his boat done blown up, so figured the least thing we could do is help him. And
Wait.
he's willing to pay us for it.
This is white cartel stuff, right? They're
Wait,
Oh, no. He said it's all above board.
did Barnaby not realize it's the same thing?
No.
Oh god.
Barnaby trusts him too much.
Oh no.
Has Barnaby not connected the White
We've
Cartel?
been over this together, I think.
Barnaby has not connected his kin to it.
Everybody else realized.
Barnaby, I don't know if you've... Just kind of look around like, am I being pranked?
Connected what?
Barnaby, he's definitely part of the white cartel, and they want to get Willem's land.
Barnaby pops up his visor and you see the most befuzzled look. Well, he said he was above board.
He lied. I hate to tell you, as someone who lies a lot, that sounds like a lie to me. This does remind me,
Barnaby's just,
while you're
Barnaby's just
shocked,
confused.
is any Presidium folk meandering the area?
So Gideon and Aaron were probably seen heading down to the dungeon
Right.
in the morning. You have not seen them since. No one has. Gerald is in the Presidium, but he's mostly stuck to his room. He's come out occasionally to get food or water or whatever. But
Would I be within range to message Gerald with the message cantrip?
yeah,
I
sure.
knew where his room roughly was.
Yeah.
You probably know from Alorn.
Yeah, echolocation.
It's that way.
Track it down. I'll cast message to Gerald while Barnaby is befuzzled, and say, Gerald, I just realized Rainer and Secundo are off on that mission, right? Could you come down so we could ask about them?
Yep. Give me a second. Oh, God. And he will, over the next couple minutes, very slowly make his
We
way.
hear a toilet flush.
Now you hear the creak of a bed and the door open and just some kind of hobbled steps as he makes his way to the stairs and down to the dining room. And you probably didn't necessarily see him come in, but you've seen him around the Presidium the past few days. He definitely looks like he took some hits, a lot of them over the arraignment, and he hasn't talked too much about it, but he has been steadily tending to it over the past few days. He's looking a little bit better each day, but he still seems to be very stiff and very sore from it all.
I think technically this is still the first day, though, isn't it?
Well, this would be the 31st at this point.
Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
I've lost track of where we are.
It's been a few days. It's been a few days.
Okay, hey,
And he'll just kind of ease down into a chair ugh. So what's up?
do you need more healing magic?
No, I got it. Just the stiffness doesn't really go away anymore like it used to. Because of the mold.
Right.
Anyways, what's up?
Yeah, so Barnaby was just talking to us about a, well, I was going to say a job opportunity, but it's a little more complicated than that. How are Rainer and Secundo doing? Because that could be relevant to what he's talking about.
Yeah, that'd be great to know.
Like a sending stone or...
No, they've got one. They just keep forgetting to fucking use it.
Last
Gideon got a
update
message.
was... Okay.
Yeah, that was 2 days ago. They said they were in the valley. I know they had snuck past a checkpoint at the mouth of the valley. A lot of mercs hanging around that they did not want to or need to tangle with. So they are en route. I would assume they'll be closing in on Crown Peak well before the end of the week. So hopefully we'll have some notice from them shortly here.
I see. Apparently, Barnaby's brother wants us to go mess up some people out there. Mercenaries. I think mercenaries who are stepping in to try and take hold of the land. Is that right? It's a little confusing.
Yeah, so what Victor had said was that there were some mercenaries that were seen manning a checkpoint into the valley, basically.
Right.
And that he knows the product from those farms is not being sold under his company's name. It's being sold by whoever's taking it, and they're selling it for themselves and distributing the products, throughout the region.
So some third party has come in that is unknown currently.
To Victor, yes.
Yeah. But and the North Rim was not this group, or was that group?
He believes the North Rim is involved.
Okay. And the North Rim was Willem's posse.
That was Willem's posse.
Okay. I'll just lay that out to Gerald.
Okay. So either North Rim's still in control, or somebody took it from him after that all shook out.
I mean, North Rim makes sense. When we were there, Willem had defenders in the crowds. People that were sympathizing with him. It would make sense if they still had some level of control out there.
Yeah. That would check out. And if I was an aspiring devil-worshipping drug lord piece of shit, my first thoughts after consolidating power would be to make sure I can hold it. So buy some dudes, set up a perimeter, make sure nobody's fucking with my stuff, keep a tight control on my product.
Right.
Didn't you guys find the guy who was making that shit too?
We found a warehouse once, and probably one of the scientists, I guess, in charge of how the product is created, distributed.
Yeah. I vaguely remember you guys mentioned that
Yeah.
at one point.
To be honest, I just wanted to lay this out because I know Raynor and Secundo are out there right now. I didn't know what they went in expecting, but that could be a threat that they might need to know about.
Yeah, I mean, we told them everything you told us about it, and to be ready for, things to have changed in the months since then. But from the 2 sendings they've sent, they're still moving and got past things fine. So I'm hoping training paid off. At this point, it's on them.
Yeah. They're pretty capable. I think they'll be okay. But as far as this whole angle, Barnaby, have you collected yourself?
But
He lied.
are you sure?
Kim? That doesn't check. Nah, that's not what happened.
I'm
It couldn't be
pretty
what happened.
confident.
Because he's blood. Blood ain't gonna lie to blood like that.
Family
I guess
lie
technically-
all the time.
I guess technically he didn't lie because Barnaby didn't finish the question.
Fair.
This is very true.
This is Faye bullshit again.
Is it what? That's all I need to know.
I said, is this above board?
That was the first part of that question, yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, we had an understanding.
I believe he had an understanding. You clearly did not have an understanding.
There were two separate understandings.
Well, coming from the unique perspective of having a family member who constantly lied and manipulated me, it happens, Barnaby. Sorry you had to find out this way.
That sounded sarcastic as fuck. I was gonna say.
This was a weird morning for Noel.
So you're telling me my blood just straight up lied to my face?
I'm confident that that's what just happened. So I don't know if that changes your opinion on whether we take this job or not. I don't know what we have to gain. I mean, we have gold to gain, but mixing ourselves back in with this cartel shit is just gonna make things difficult again.
Well, I got an idea.
Okay, what is it?
So here's my thought. We go there, kick them all out, right?
Sure.
We'll plant explosives.
Lighting explosions, I'm all in.
We go back to my brother, say, yep, we're good to go, get our payment, and then let him figure out that it got blowed up about a few months after we
That's
left.
just gonna get the white cartel on our ass.
They won't know it was us. How could they know?
Yeah, that's technically true, I suppose. How would we trigger explosions?
You're asking a guy on how to trigger explosions when I make multiple explosions every day.
Or we could just use a really, really, really long fuse.
You know what? Thank you, Clark. That was an amazing suggestion from John.
It's in character.
Just get like a 6 mile long fuse and light it from 6 miles away.
More than that, you fucking trail that shit all the way out of the valley for like 3 days, and then
Um,
light it as you leave.
No, because legit, my brain just
Racing up the mountains.
my brain just went to like cartoon version where there's just random people standing in the background as the fuse goes in the fork.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just travels away.
Hey Joe, what's this 12-mile rope for?
I don't know.
Better not
Oh,
touch it.
shit.
Could be important.
That would be so heavy.
That'd be so much fucking rope.
On the upside, until we got there, we would never have a you don't have enough rope problem.
True. Well, it wouldn't be rope; it'd be fuse, which presumably is lighter than rope.
Anyway, going back to the topic
Moving
at
on.
hand. I would say this, Barnaby. If you feel like this is something that you need closure on, or you want to mess with him, I wouldn't necessarily be opposed as sort of like a venting quest. But please keep in mind that that's going to have consequences.
Of course, everything has consequences.
Right. Consequences that could put people we care about in danger.
At the same time, though, Blood just lied to me. So I feel like he needs consequences too. At this point.
I think once we have everybody together, we can hash out a plan that will keep things as straightforward as possible. But we are in this together, and we will help if you need it. I feel confident in that.
Well, that's why I came to y'all in the first place.
I should probably get in contact with... Oh, Burberry's probably at the sandwich shop. I should send to Aloran then. Because it's been a couple days, apparently.
Lauren?
I did need to do something with
Comms check.
Adlar and his parents at some point. But you can go first. Well, I'm debating. Okay, are you talking to me after the whole Lost Shirog thing, or before
I don't know
the
where
Lost
we are.
Shirog
I don't know what
thing?
day it is.
It is the day after the Lost Shirog thing. It's the 31st. It's been
Oh.
like
So this is the
3 or
first
4
day.
days.
Wait.
It's been 3 or 4 days since the arraignment, which was the 26th. So 5 days.
Okay.
So Aloran's been on Feral for 5 days?
No, she had to fly for like 3 days to get there.
Okay.
She was on a boat, and then she flew for 3 days, and then she was there for the night.
Got it. She said, okay, yeah, because last I sent to her, she was like, I'm going to Feral. And that was and then she dreamed at me and told
You don't
me...
just walk up to someone and dream at
She
them.
dreamed all over me and told me...
Why do you have to make it dirty?
told me what Lost Shirog said.
Dreamed all up in my sleep.
Yep.
Can't say anything around this group, I swear.
Fucking great.
So once I would know that she's probably, I guess I would confirm she's on Feral once I kind of had the timeline figured out. Like, okay, she's probably getting there today. I would have sent to her, I guess. I don't know if that'd be before or after she slept. It'd probably be the morning after she woke up on Feral.
Yeah,
would be
yeah.
how I'd map it out.
Which is the 31st today.
Okay.
In the afternoon.
All right. Well, the timeline's caught back up.
Yeah, we're here. We're good.
Does
Okay.
Chani need to take care of a thing then today?
I do want to take care of things because Lauren would probably have messaged you
Oh.
at some point before that. But first,
You've been doing what?
she. I think she'd kind of wait for Adlar to wake up. Lauren is definitely.
Hey.
Have someone waking up in 5 minutes.
What did?
Did we?
Huh?
Checks the covers. No. What's up? You sleep okay?
No. I have to talk to you and probably your parents.
I'm pregnant.
No, okay.
I thought Tritons laid eggs. What?
That's what it sounded like at first.
I know, right?
No, I think she'd just be like, no, nothing like that. Nothing. Lost Shirog visited my dreams last night,
Oh.
and he knew exactly where I was. Hence, here.
That's not good.
Yep.
How would he know that, though?
He has a familiar, so I guess he's stalking me like a fucking creep.
Oh.
Lost Shirog, you
Oh,
creepy
like that-
fuck! Creepy fuck! She yells that outside the window.
He's just like, is that safe? Can you do that? This is like that other guy who fucking stalked you back in Freeport before you came to Feral the first time, right? Like that?
Yeah, that guy.
God damn it. Okay, so he knows about us?
Potentially. He definitely knows about this house.
Cool.
So I'm sorry. I shouldn't have stayed here.
I mean, probably not, but I mean, there's no way we could have known. Is there?
I didn't think he... I don't even know how he knew I was coming here.
Well,
But I am worried for your safety and your parents' safety now, though.
sure. Yeah, that's understandable. Should we talk to them now?
Probably sooner the better, because I'm gonna reach out to Noelle, see if we can
Sure.
get a game plan going on here or something.
Okay. Well, I mean, I won't lie to you. I think I have an idea what Daddy's going to say about any of this.
Okay.
So I'm not sure we're going to convince him to leave. If that's what you're thinking.
Are you sure? You can't.
Yeah, I don't know. See, that's like it's part of the way, right?
Hey. But what if his life is in danger?
The way will provide,
Oh god.
as he would say.
Oh no. That's not good.
Well, I mean, it's not terrible. Just not ideal, I guess. You want something to eat? I'm fucking hungry.
I'm not very hungry.
You sure?
Yeah.
I bet you're going to be soon. Come on, let's go get some food, but like not downstairs. Let's go. He like points at one of the windows this way.
Now I'm gonna go downstairs.
No.
Dadlar!
No. Who is up there? You hear from downstairs.
And then Alora
Adlar's
will-
just like, oh my god. What is wrong with you?
What do you mean? Nothing's wrong with me. I'm just trying to lighten up the
Start.
mood.
God damn.
Damn, David.
Alright. What are you
Tell me
doing?
how you
Lauren?
really fucking feel. Holy shit.
What are you doing?
I'm not here. She'll turn into a snake.
Oh my god.
Henna! Who is up there?
Of mixed signals, man.
So, as a snake, what are you doing?
Okay. I'll just like pop on his I'll just like slither up on his shoulder. He has like
Okay.
a little snake boa scarf.
Okay. As soon as you're up there, he's like, okay, we're leaving. And he's like crawling
then
out a window.
She turns back into
Nope.
a Lauren.
Nope, come on.
No, she flops.
You hear footsteps on the stairs. Edla!
Lauren is struggling. Lauren is struggling.
What is wrong with you? You hear the door open. Are you winning, son? Lauren! Oh! Hello! Welcome to Feral again. Welcome back. Edna!
What did we say about
Adlar's
looking
over
at
here like-
windows at night?
No. Adlar's just like shaking his head. No, that is not like that. He's like, listen, when you two are ready, we are making breakfast right now, actually. If you are hungry. Are you hungry?
I am starving.
You are lying. Adlar.
I feel so bad for Adler right now.
Ginlamine, for his part, is like, that's what I like to hear. I'll see you down soon. And he goes to close the door and then immediately pokes his head and he's like, to Adlar, and then closes the door.
We are
Adlar's
all,
just sitting there with like a hand over his face, like.
What's wrong, Boo Boo?
Why-
Something the matter?
Why would you do that?
Do it.
I love how Lauren's an adult until she's around Adlar, then suddenly she's a high school girl.
I love that Lauren is living in like literally a 90s sitcom while we are going through the fucking horrors of Freeport. Burberry is resurrecting dead children right now.
Aloran retreated to the one division of the Renascence universe.
No, it's fine. They all
Oh
have
my
different
God.
ways of handling stress, and Lawrence is to run away from her stress as far as possible.
Yep.
Sounds about right. Or maul it and tear its head off. There's
Or
no in
that.
between.
Yeah.
There's no one.
Oh no, it depends on if she can maul it and tear its head off. If she can't maul it and tear its head off, she runs away from it.
True.
You can't maul your feelings, Lauren.
I feel like Alorn would pat his face, be like, "What's wrong, sweetie? Something the matter?"
He's just like wide-eyed, just like, why are you
Why
like
what?
this?
What do you mean?
Why do you fan those flames? Why? God, why?
Maybe I'm waiting.
I'm sorry, what?
Oh, it sounds like they're ready for us.
What?
She'll start walking away.
Okay. You get downstairs and they're making like Gidlamine and Momlar. I can't remember her name.
Sadlar asks if they remembered protection, because that would just be icing on the
Oh my
cake.
god, I would absolutely love that. Please let that happen. Please let that be in canon. For the love of God.
Yeah, you get downstairs and they're
Oh.
like both in the kitchen, in the process of making these like very thin fry bread wraps around these like spiced potatoes and meats and curries. And as soon as you get down there, they're like, "Ah, Lauren, welcome. Please have a seat. Have a seat. Dinner, breakfast is almost ready." And before long, Adlar just very solemnly downstairs and just sits down at the table with his head in his hands.
Does he like? Does he plop and do like the arms crossed, looking mildly pissed about all this thing?
He's just like covering his eyes, like he doesn't want to make eye contact with
Just
anybody
like
right
this.
now.
Yep.
I think Alorn will sit next to him and be like, "What's wrong, Snookums?" She
Shit,
whispers
Lasharag,
this.
Adlar's gonna kill you.
Yeah, he just like glares at you from behind one of his hands, just like, why? Gilliman comes in with the big platter of food, and he's like, "Please dig in. I think we may have made too much." And he'll just clap Adlar on the shoulder as he sits down on his side of the table, and immediately just starts eating like no big deal. "So when did you get in last night, Lauren?"
Oh, I got in this morning.
"Ah, this morning. Well, glad you could make it."
Just a few hours ago. Well,
Roll deception.
just an hour ago. I just got here. I just saw Adlar. Like, she's trying to recover Adlar's embarrassment.
Too little,
right
too
now.
late.
Oh, I think that's a 17. Let me double check.
Did the equivalent of digging a hole, and you're looking at the top of it from 8 feet below.
Big up,
Yeah.
stupid.
It's a 17. It's a 17.
17.
Yeah.
Cool. Dadlar rolled a nat 20.
Hell yeah. The sitcom continues.
He's preparing his plate. He's just like, "Did you? Well, I'm glad you brought your appetite." And you know, he's passing out plates, and just making small talk. And I think Adlar will very begrudgingly eventually lower his hands, start eating just quietly. Gilliman keeps the focus mainly on you though, and is just kind of checking in. It's like, "So how are things? Last I heard, you guys had a big party time in Fera for the solstice. You see the red light? Pretty spooky, right?"
Yep.
Yeah. No, we've been watching it pretty closely. The gatekeeper, she thinks there's something happening out at sea. They cannot see it on their side though. Interesting. Very interesting. I am curious to see where this goes. But
Badly.
I digress.
But first, I'm gonna see how this goes.
How are your friends?
Recovering.
Recovering?
I feel like, doesn't Alorn still have, like, burn marks?
Probably.
Yeah.
And Gilliman's probably clocking this as he talks with you. And he's like, "Recovering? Yeah, you must have partied pretty hard last solstice, huh?" Yeah,
She's-
eat. Go on, please.
I was-
I'm distracting you. I'm sorry.
She'll, like,
Edda.
just take one bite and then put it down.
His mom is just gonna like kind of place a hand on your shoulder as she sits down and pours you a drink and just slides it over. He's okay.
Is it alcohol or is it water? I'm just
Coffee.
curious if they
Probably
just...
coffee.
It is a cup of coffee, but
Okay.
when you ask, or do you ask?
No, I don't ask. I was just curious if
Okay.
they just
It-
automatically were like, here's booze.
It's a cup of coffee. I think when you take a sip, though, you do taste a bit of like that sting. There's a little something extra in the coffee.
Irish coffee.
He looks at her mother and she's like, I think I'm in love.
She just quietly pats your hand.
Adler, breaking up with you. Your mother's amazing.
Yeah. She gave me booze in my coffee.
Without even asking.
I didn't even have to ask. It was there.
And yeah, they're probably just gonna keep making small talk. They don't really address the burns, and they don't really bring up any nocturnal activities that may or may not have happened.
Nope.
But they are very excited to see you, very interested in how all of your friends are doing. Curious to hear how long you'll be in Freeport. Any plans? Are you guys going to make it across the island to the sands? Like da 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 da.
I feel like Aloran's actually pretty somber with all the questions. And I think she'll probably look at Adlar and be like, should I tell them? Or
He like kind of throws his hands up, like, hey, you know more than I do, you know.
Okay. Well, I'm sure you're wondering about the burns.
I wasn't going to say anything, but is there a fun story?
It's not fun.
Then we don't have to talk about it.
It kind of might
Have some more to
relate
eat.
to you, though.
Did you light something on fire in town?
No. That
Then
sounds.
it can't be that bad.
No, it's pretty bad. Have you heard the name La Shirag?
It rings a bell. Is some piratey guy up north, yeah?
I'm pretty sure he knows where you all live.
Well, I mean, Ferrell is not really a secret. Adam's a pretty big town.
He knows I was here, and he fucking despises me.
Okay. Well,
I blew up his ship.
at that point, he like kind of clocks the burns. He's like, "Ah, well, I could see how that might be a little concerning.
Yep.
Well, for whatever it is worth, we are both quite capable of defending ourselves should the need arise.
He is very powerful.
I am sure he is. But so are the Fae. And thanks to you, we are back on good terms. So I think someone comes to visit, you know, we
It might not be someone, it could be something.
okay, well,
It just destroyed one of the ports in Freeport. If we hadn't been there to kill it, it would have probably destroyed the whole city.
sounds like you did a pretty big deal for them, huh?
Yep. Imagine 4 stories tall, giant sea urchin with fucking lasers and their spines shoot off into like massive bombs.
Like the one they pulled out of the harbor?
Yes,
Yeah.
it's that, but phew.
Sure. Well, I know your concerns. As he'll set his drink down and kind of clasp his hands. But you should rest easy while you are here. Ferrell is a safe place. And while you are here, you are safe too. Worst case scenario. Sea urchin comes out of the water, begins to level the town, and we say, well, fuck the town. We go to the woods, and we stay with the Fae for a little while. It is how these things work. It is why Ferrell is not host to some East Alliance naval base. It is why the Zexa, the Midlands, Inegads, no one has ever laid claim to Feral.
Okay.
We have our ways.
If you're sure everything will be fine. But she will give a pointed look at Adler.
Adler's just like, I fucking told you. Ginlamine, for his part, just nods and says, I understand your concern as an outsider who does not know our ways, who does not know the way as we do. It is a scary prospect. But we have been on Feral for hundreds of years. And in all that time, we have stayed safe by keeping to the way.
Okay. Can we at least get like a sending stone so if something bad does happen, you can let me know? Because we can be here pretty quick.
I can send you.
Okay. Cool.
Don't worry. It's okay. Eat up. And he shovels more food onto your plate.
She's like really not hungry. She had a very bad night.
You will see Ginlamine's wife just grab the carafe and refill your drink. So, breakfast is hearty and filling for whatever you eat of it. Adler, I think, will probably eat a decent amount, although he probably seems to kind of get less hungry as the conversation goes on. After everything wraps up for breakfast, both Ginlamine and his wife will excuse themselves. I have, as you say, elder business to attend to, but both of you enjoy the day. It is beautiful outside. I'll see you this evening. And make his way towards the elder house, leaving the two of you alone in Adler's home.
She's gonna be like, give me a second, I need to message Noelle real quick.
Yeah, sure.
She'll pull out her sending stone. Yo, bitch, what's up? Just kidding. Hi, Noelle.
Both of them seem in character.
Lost Shirag was in my dreams. Knows I'm in Feral. Worried about everybody. Don't know what to do. End of message.
How do I turn this thing on? I think Noelle would respond, everyone here's okay, if a little shaken. We're trying to figure out what our next step should be. We'd love to talk with you in person if you can get here. I don't know what to do about what's going on in. Wait, you didn't tell her No, he came to you in your dreams. That was what you said, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not sure what to make of that, but we should talk.
Yeah. Alright, afterwards she's probably gonna look at Adler and be like, I probably should leave. Because if I'm here, Feral's probably in danger.
Yeah, that's possible. This guy whose boat you blew the fuck up. Badass, by the way. Blowing up a fucking warship is pretty badass. Just saying.
It was pretty cool, I won't lie. I felt pretty on top of the world.
I mean, you look like shit, but
I look way better than I did, sir.
I imagine. Yeah, I did not think he was going to bite, but even so, I understand where you're coming from. So, you give me like 5 minutes, grab my things, and I'll meet you out front.
Wait, what?
Aw, he wants to go with you.
Wait, what's happening?
I'm not dressed. I don't have my bow. Like,
Oh, you're coming with me?
I wouldn't be any use if I came now. Just like give like 5 minutes, okay? Like,
Wait, shouldn't we tell your parents?
they'll be fine. You can send.
I can't send.
He can send. He'll be fine.
Oh my god.
Do you know how long I spend in the woods at a time? Weeks. Weeks. They don't see me for weeks. It's fine. I'll be right back. Up the stairs. Just rummaging around. And eventually he comes back downstairs, fully dressed, quiver and gifted bow over his shoulder. Okay. What's the plan?
Are you sure? I don't know if it's safe being around me,
I mean,
and I don't want you to die, so...
I don't want you to die, so... Meh.
Aw.
But...
How about that? Look, you leave, you're going to be all like, oh, Adla and his family are going to die when a monster attacks town. And then I'll be like, oh, Aloran's going to die when a monster attacks her. So why don't we just like go together, and then whenever the monster attacks, we'll both know exactly what the other one is. No anxiety, except for the fact we might die.
I think she'll laugh at that. Okay.
Fair? Is that not
Fair.
fair? I feel like, it's a pretty reasonable conclusion to beat.
I mean... Yeah, plus I'm pretty sure he saw me with you, so if there's any target, it's probably you, not your parents so much.
Sure.
So...
That's not worrying. Cool. So, how are we getting there? Also, where are we going?
don't you want to say goodbye to Dodo or somebody? Or anybody?
I should probably say bye to Dodo.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Won't say bye to his parents. We'll say
Here,
bye
meet
to
me-
his best friend.
Here, meet me at the dock and like...
No, you come with me to say goodbye to Dodo. You are not
I'm gonna
flying
tell
away.
your dad.
You are not flying away without me.
No, she'll put like pinky promise. I was like, I will not fly without you, but I'm gonna go tell one of your parents so they know where you're at.
He's
so
like
they're not
halfway through the pinky promise, like, wait, what? And you're just whoosh, gone.
worried.
All right, so
Yeah, but I thought I had covered my bases.
So I don't know where his mom's at, but I know where his dad's at. So I'm gonna go find him.
Lauren! As you walk in.
Hey, Adlar wants to come with me, so I guess I'm stealing your child.
Okay,
Okay, cool. I'll go find Adlar.
you kids have fun. We're protection. As you leave.
Did she just like scream that out in like the council hall?
Oh, yeah.
I feel like she'd stop, go back, and be like, never, and run.
She is going to be a bad influence on your son. Hush, they are kids. You act like you and I never made any mistakes as children. So yeah, about half an hour later, you and Adlar meet up at the docks. Dodo is there. He's got a blunt and a small pack rolled up. One's lit, the others are ready to just hand off as he hands it to you. Hey.
You see like tears in Lauren's eyes. She's like, Dodo. She gives him a big hug.
He just pats you on the shoulder, like,
Oh, fuck yeah, I need one of these real bad. And she'll just fucking, before they take off, she's gonna choke down that bitch.
you guys are just like sitting on the docks, just, just coughing them up.
Alright.
Big sea urchin?
Huh?
Sea urchin?
Yeah. Oh, do you have that pipe, Adler?
Oh shit, yeah.
Here, I can show it to you. Let me use it. And she'll like smoke it and then kind of recreate the little scene and the T-Rex tearing out the sea urchin's beak, and she's like, that's me.
It's pretty sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, good luck with that. That's my contribution.
Well, I appreciate it, Dodo.
Alright,
Alright, Adler, are you ready?
let's go.
And she'll turn into a giant eagle.
And yeah, you guys can take off, fly. At this point, with it being like
Oh, so many jokes.
early afternoon, You guys could fly for the 8 hours of travel you got, and it would probably be like a little before midnight, a couple hours give or take, before you guys like sat down and had to make camp for the day or night. But you could easily reach Barnaby's shack today.
How close is Barnaby's shack to her mom's house?
Her mom's house is like half a day from Helmfirth.
Where's
And
the
Barnaby's
shack
shack is like 2 days from Helmfirth.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna stop by
Okay.
her mom's place, but I can't say anything today. But tomorrow morning, I'll do a sending to Noelle
Okay. Sure.
to let her know that I'm on my way and we'll be there in like another day or so.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah. So from Barnaby's to Freeport, I think it's like a 3-day trip by Eagle.
Actually, no, she's not gonna stop by her mom's place.
No.
No, because she doesn't know if the familiar's still following her or not.
Fair.
Also, you'll bring it back to my shack, though.
Slightly lower stakes.
The next time you see your shack, Barnaby is being attacked by a fucking 5-story tall fucking kaiju.
He walks up as like the energy beam just. My shack.
No, it's fine, Barnaby. It's not your shack right now. Right now, it's just an abandoned building.
Ah.
Yeah, there you go.
You didn't
That's
pay
one
your
way to look at
taxes
it.
on it, so
That's
They
still
reassessed
mine.
It's
it.
not even really yours.
yeah, really it's Willem's.
It is mine. I built it.
Gotta pay that property tax, man.
That's what I gave them barrels of fish for.
The
No,
probably
no.
fake property tax that Willem was extorting from him.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, even better. It wasn't a government. It was the homeowners association.
Yeah, Willem was the head of the HOA in that fucking part of town.
And they were
You
like,
didn't pay your dues, Mr. Barnaby.
Get
Not
the
only
worm.
not only did you not pay your dues, did you see that there are barrels of rotten fish? This ain't nice for the rest. It's gonna bring the property values down.
That's true.
That's a citation. Anyways, let's take our break here. It's almost 10, so let's try and be back by 10, and we can pick up and wrap up our last hour. Sound good?
Okey-doke.
All right.
Stream is back.
Like,
So, picking up where we left off. Aloran and Adlar are making their way up the coast as of midnight on the 31st. Anything else anybody else is doing on the 31st?
There's a new all-you-can-eat buffet that's over off of 5th Street.
I will join you
Okay.
for that. We go to a
sounds
buffet.
down for
Sweet. Aloran. As you are camped out
Okay.
in the woods, or at Barnaby's shack, whichever one your call,
Okay.
with Adlar,
Okay.
getting dinner together.
Lovely.
Eventually, he breaks the silence and asks, "So, what are you waiting for exactly?"
Oh, it's not La Chirac. Oh, thank God. I was waiting for it. I was like, oh, God damn it. Again? What?
You said you were waiting for something.
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? This is like the third time you have been like, "Oh, Adlar, da,
What do you mean, da?
da." You know what I'm talking about.
No, I don't.
Stop being cagey.
I'm not being cagey. I don't know
You
what
can't
you're
run
talking
away.
about.
We are in the woods alone.
Oh, you'd be
Answer the
very
question.
surprised how quickly I could get away.
It would be rude if you left. Is my point.
I'm gonna steal your son and leave him in the woods because he made me uncomfortable.
You're making me talk about my feelings, and I don't like that.
You started it this morning.
What? I didn't start anything.
Yeah,
Yes, you did. You 100%
100%
did.
did.
No, I didn't.
Telling my dad that we are up to things up in the bedroom, implying such things, and then you come
I never
downstairs
said that.
and they're like, "Oh no, I just got here." But you
Okay, wait, quick question. So, Chani, do you actually not remember, or are you trying to... What is
no,
it?
she's bullshitting 100%.
Wait.
No, there's a word for it. Gaslight, or are you
Being coy?
gaslighting him?
She is 100% gaslighting Adlar right now.
Oh, I don't want to gaslight Adlar. Okay, I'll stop.
No, but I'm asking, Chani, do you actually not remember, or...
Remember what?
No, she's gaslighting.
Wait. What
She
are,
knows exactly
okay.
what she's fucking doing.
Okay,
Will
no,
you
no, no.
clarify,
So
Burberry? Because now I'm confused.
No, because remember, as you left this morning to go see his parents, you were like, well, maybe I'm interested, and then you just yeeted?
Yeah, I did. 100%.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's talking about real stuff.
I know.
Okay.
She hates it.
I know that I forget about stuff, so I just wanted to make sure that it was actually on purpose and not on accident.
Nope, it was on purpose.
I told you. I know how she plays this. Mm-mm. You were alone in the woods at a campfire with Adlar. He's asking the hard questions. What do you say?
Wait.
I'm for your money, even if I'm not hopeful.
I'm sorry, could you ask that question one more time?
What did you mean when you said you are waiting?
I was just waiting. I'm just waiting to see what happens.
For what?
To see what you'll do.
See what I'll do?
Yes.
I'm supposed to be doing something?
I thought you might want to, but
No. Don't do that. Don't back off. You said the same thing when I left Freeport. And you said it the third time that I can't remember what it was. But I know it happened.
wait, what about Freeport?
When I was leaving Freeport, I was getting on the boat to go
Yes.
home. And you were all like, "Oh, Ella, do me or something." And I was like, "What?"
I did not say it like
You
that.
basically said it like that.
I did not.
Yeah.
I kissed you on the cheek, sir.
That was it. You do remember.
No. Nope.
Oh, this is painful. This is so painful.
Meanwhile,
How's dinner, Burberry?
Oh, it's absolutely delicious. I have these crab puff things. Oh my god.
That's so cool.
Really worth a price point.
This place is a good value for what you get.
Oh, and also I feel like because he's literally been just going like anywhere and everywhere, like he has a great appreciation for like different kinds of food. Like, yeah, it'd be the equivalent of, yeah, I'm gonna eat Middle Eastern food today, Chinese food tomorrow, and then maybe African food the day after that. Because he just goes around finding all of the weird places to eat and getting excited about it.
All the local little hole in the walls.
Yeah.
The authentic stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if Aloran is not going to rise to his provocations, it will probably be a somewhat awkward night as you bed down.
Oh wait, is he coming onto her? Is that what's happening?
He's trying to get a straight
He
answer.
wants
out of
to
you,
know what you want.
and you're wiggling out of it.
Oh, okay.
You're the player character, Aloran.
Sorry.
So as you bunk down, who's taking first watch?
I feel like Lauren would actually talk to him.
Oh, would you?
Yeah, she would.
Oh, gasp. Okay.
Be like, I don't know. Maybe I would want to. This is like the most awkward he's ever seen her.
Wow.
What?
You really don't want to talk about this, do you?
I guess I'm just kind of afraid because I don't want something bad to happen to you.
I mean, I don't want that either. For you and me. Because that would suck. And this feels like the best way to keep that from happening,
Yeah.
right? You know, like we watch each other's backs and kill a evil piece of shit pirate,
That's fair.
right?
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
whatever happens after that, it's, you know, we tried.
I have an out of character question.
Yeah.
How high of a level is Adlar? How protective Mama Bear are we gonna need to be in his general direction?
Adlar has a
Probably-
+1 bow.
Oh, he'll be fine.
God, answer my question.
Yeah, it does answer your question.
yeah, that does answer the question.
Oh no.
I know.
Lashrag is going to look in Adlar's direction and he'll die.
Can we have him just stay at the Presidium? Would it be weird to be like, hey, can we pay you money to keep this guy here?
Dude, Gerald would be just like, what the fuck is happening?
It'd be so awkward.
Am I on
They're upset.
babysitting duty?
Am I babysitting your new boyfriend?
It's not babysitting. He's got a +1 bow.
Then take him with you. He sounds really capable. Anyways, getting back to the present, Adlar will ask, would it not be better to have an answer, at least, than say, I kicked the bucket and it never got any further than this conversation?
You make an excellent point, sir.
God, I hate it when you're right.
I'm always right. You know this.
I feel like Lauren would probably be like, it's not that I don't like I like you.
You do.
I do.
I had a feeling about you.
I'm just afraid to really delve into that after what happened a few months ago. Well, months ago now, I guess. I lost someone very important to me that day. And I really
Oh, you mean like way back?
Mm-hmm.
Got it. Okay.
Oh no!
Now you're learning why Lauren's a hoe.
Dads, no!
I just don't know if I can handle seeing that again.
That is fair, and I think explains a lot.
What's that supposed to mean?
You are very back and forth about what you are saying and what you are doing. What did you say? Mixed signals?
You've been giving me mixed signals too, sir.
I have not known which way is up because you are like, oh, Adla, kiss on the cheek. Oh, Adla, maybe I'm waiting for something. I don't know what you're talking about, Adla. Hey, Adla, I might be fucking your son.
Okay, that was not the conversation we had.
You are thinking about it though. I could see it in your face.
He told us to use
It was
protection.
half torn between mischief and existential dread.
Yep. That sounds about right.
I mean, to be serious for a moment, like, if that's the way it is, like, I get it, that's fine. I'm not going to push, But I think if I think if we lose people at this point, it's going to suck no matter what.
Yeah.
I don't think that can be avoided at this point.
No, you're right. I lost almost everything. And I just don't want that to happen again.
Then we just have to win,
Yup.
right?
Yup.
Well, I'll just say, think about it, maybe.
Wait, what?
You seem tired. Or maybe just don't want to think about it anymore. I don't know. But, like I said, I don't want to push it. I'm just saying.
I think Lauren will just go up and kiss him at this point.
Great sound effects.
Okay. I guess that's happening.
Yep. We'll just get past it.
She did it. She kissed the boy. Yay.
He's shy! He's a great guy.
Right.
Yay, Lauren's not doing dumb tough. Yet.
That dumb.
Yet.
Please tell me this is not happening in Barnaby's shack.
Oh, you know it is, Barnaby.
100% is.
Don't
Been tainted now.
We zoom out of Barnaby's shack.
No,
We pan to Freeport and fucking zoom in the window of his room. His
Actually-
eyes snap open.
Nah, she doesn't want to do it here. She'll do it. She'll wait.
Okay.
Because I feel
That's
like
no disturbance at my shack.
but then we could have had like the after campaign one where he comes back home to his shack, he gives it a sniff, he's like, smells musty.
yeah, I don't think this is like the tone Lauren would want to like do all this stuff under.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Was
Good.
after like thinking that stuff about that
Good.
stuff.
Yes.
So
I mean, as he said, he is not wanting to push you for answers or anything. It's just like,
but he also wants answers.
he does want answers, but he's not gonna push. Just a little push. So, leaving it at that then. I think the night will pass stressfully, but uneventfully for Lauren.
Oh, thank God. Cool.
and uneventfully for the rest of the party as well. Waking up on the 32nd, Aloran and Adlar continuing northward. Anything else today?
I just remembered. I wanted to check if Strat the Lapwing was alive.
Strat?
Yep.
Yeah. I guess calling at the Freeport Chronicle, checking in.
They have a phone?
Well, I mean, you would go to the Freeport Chronicle.
Oh, I see.
Right. Because that's where he works. So going there, asking after Strat, I think that you would be told Strat is recuperating at home, but he is well. We can pass along your well wishes if you like, or if you want to send him, say, a care package, we could get you that address.
Noelle will send a very, very nice. Nothing. Just like a personal card. Like she'll just write a letter and just say like, "I'm glad you're okay," you know, and hope you get better soon, and just something very personal and nice to him.
Oh, that's sweet.
I
I genuinely think later that day there was like at the Presidium gate.
It's got like a crutch.
Gerald comes back. He's like, "You got a visitor."
There's a crippled kid.
Stretch.
Burberry.
Stretch holds himself up. He's like walking on one leg. His other one's up behind him. He's like missing a tooth.
Oh my god.
Wait, who's this guy again?
He's
This
the
is the news reporter.
Oh, okay.
Strat, Freeport Chronicle.
Oh my god, Strat.
You lived. You guys
Yes.
disappeared after it died. You killed it.
She like goes to give him a hug, but it's like doesn't want to like break a bone.
No, he gives you as hearty of a hug as he can on one foot, but
Yeah.
he's like rummaging in his bag as he does it and like pulls out a notebook. He says, "Do you have time for an interview?
Oh my god.
I would love to hear about what happened."
You know, this man deserves
First-hand
a raise.
account.
You know what? Why not?
Yes, as he like hobbles in and like takes a seat.
Oh my gosh.
Despite his injuries, he is as enthusiastic as ever, and is very excited to hear whatever details you can share about what happened the day of the arraignment, how you saw it, what you guys were thinking, what your plan was, like what is the inside story with the Lost Emeralds and Bloodbeard's arraignment, you know?
Yeah. I don't want to reveal, everything we were planning and expecting and working for, but Noelle will do what a bard does and weave a amazing tale for him.
Sick. I mean, he's eating it up. Like, it's just everything's going into the notebook. So, very grateful for the interview. Probably runs longer than either of you intended, because he is just like every qualifying question he can get out of you. Any extra details he can milk for it, he'll try and get. By the end of it, he's like, "This is gonna be great on the front page. First thing in the morning, I'm gonna
Please get some sleep, Strat.
Yeah. I'll do that first."
As he's asleep, I'll give him a pat on the back and just do a good old healing word. Not gonna do any good, but whatever.
He'll hobble down the beach towards Freeport, away from the Presidium.
That was. I just wanted to make sure Strat was alive.
Yeah, he lived. Lost a couple teeth, broke his leg. He's alright.
Did they ever find the lady's body?
Oh yeah.
That's a good question.
Also, side note: now that I am one level higher, I can raise 2 dead a day, so my total raised dead will be 15.
Ooh.
If I can, I'll be limited by how many diamonds I have.
Diaries are a factor. They have not found Commodore. What's her name?
Dahlia.
Dahlia.
Well, in that case, I'll raise all of the people that I can with my amount. Well, except for the one X,
Sure.
the safety amount. But I'll do that, and then I will also probably talk to the. I guess it would be the. Wait. I keep getting my authority figures mixed up. The people that helped us with the thing, I'll basically say, hey, like, if you have the diamonds for this, or if you could give me access to get the diamonds for this, I can, like, this is how I can help.
Which people were these?
Eastern Alliance, I think they're.
Eastern Alliance, yeah.
Right. Okay. I will say that the Eastern Alliance. Okay, I'll tell you what. Go ahead and give me a persuasion roll and do it with advantage, Burberry. We'll start there.
Okay. Actually, can I swap that and make sure that we didn't lose anybody with the conclave first?
Yeah, sure.
No, I'll do that with the conclave before I do it with the Eastern Alliance. Do I same roll or no?
No, so the Conclave would be able to tell you. They were very fortunate. They did not lose anybody in the fighting. And, I mean, obviously there's a lot of clerics among their number, so there's a reason for that. They don't have a ton of resources to raise dead with. And they will tell you that they do have standing arrangements with the Eastern Alliance. The Eastern Alliance has procured their own diamonds in the event that certain personnel are lost to be raised with. That they are currently not. They haven't heard anything about. Although they do know that some people are still missing. But,
okay. Well, I mean, if they already have a deal with the Eastern Alliance, I'm not gonna step on it.
I mean, it's just like a hey, we're here to help kind of thing. It's not like a this is our turf, back off kind of thing.
No, I know, but like from Burberry's perspective, if they already have a deal with the Eastern Alliance would have contacted them already if they had that.
Right. Sure.
So. Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, yeah. All the healing spells are gonna be used on fixing hurt people then.
Fair enough. So probably like 20 people a day almost.
Yeah.
Plus some formerly dead kids brought back to life.
Hey.
Yay!
Let's see where
Aloran,
that is.
Mm-hmm.
on your second night,
Oh boy.
I knew it.
you sleep soundly.
So 2 more.
On the 33rd, is there anything anybody wants to do while Aloran continues their trip northward?
I didn't know Farrell was so far away.
It's pretty far south.
I mean, it took you 3
Even with
days.
flying?
It took you 3 days to get down there.
Yeah.
It's gonna take you 3 days to get back.
Yep.
Nothing for day 3 for me.
Okay.
All the healings. All the time.
Well, I think Aloran, if you push yourself, day 3, night will have fallen, but you can see Freeport in the distance, even as you continue to fly under cover of dark. Give it another hour or 2, and you and Adlar will touch down somewhere in the city. Your journey complete.
Dope.
So what are you doing? Where are you going?
I'll probably get my sending stone out and let Noelle know we're in Freeport.
Okay.
What time is it?
It would be like 9 p.m., maybe 10.
Okay, that's pretty late.
okay.
Okay. I feel like Lauren will be like, "Hey, you want to go get a drink?"
Sure.
Sweet, let's go. And she's like avoiding the destructed part of Freeport.
Sure. I mean, you really wouldn't be able to see much of it in the dark anyways, like, as you flew in. I think at most you'd be able to see, like, oh, there's not a lot of lights around that part of town. Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're not going over there.
We're going over here now.
Yep. She's avoiding it.
Fair enough. So, touching down, finding yourselves a bar. You guys can definitely get your drink on.
Lauren will sit in Adlar's lap.
Sit in his lap?
Yep.
Got it.
Lauren, you're sitting in his lap now. It's just Burberry with like a huge pile of food.
Yes.
Burberry! Yellow.
Hey, Adlar!
We're going to kill a pirate as he toasts his glass.
Wait, what now? He just looks at Lauren.
Adlar wants to join us.
I've got a +1 bull.
Poor sweet child. I've got 12 hit points.
And now I strong.
Okay, so Burberry is going to like pause for a second and go. Well, I think I imagine where your head is at, which is probably being with Lauren is safer than being without her.
And the same for her.
I'm
With
so
me.
glad. I'm so glad he can't see my face right now. You have no idea.
Just the blank mask in response.
Okay, I do mean this in the kindest way possible, Adlar. But how many feet can you fall?
I'm sorry, what?
Whenever the thing happened with the exploding, we fell about 5. That was about ballpark. How far was that?
1,000 feet.
1,000.
Yeah, it was like 1,000 feet.
About 1,000 feet, and about. Oh,
That's a long way.
It's a.
He looks at Lauren. You did not say you were so high up.
I left out a lot of details.
Yeah, you did. God damn.
And from my understanding, this is going to be the guy that you're just casually saying that there's going to be another one that high up.
You can't have 2 flying ships.
Oh no, he does.
Oh.
It's called the Bane. Wait, she
Oh.
doesn't say that out loud.
And I would
Oh.
I would worry that we wouldn't be able to cover you properly because these things hit very hard.
Well, you're like a big-time priest now, right? You know, I hit the ground, you just pick me up.
I feel like Lauren's mouthing to Burberry. Good luck.
Hey, you guys killed a big-ass monster, okay? I'm just, like, here to watch your back. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, alright. Lauren's gonna get a message that says, alright, you have 2 options here. I can either help you, or are you going to make me the bad guy?
I don't know what Lauren's gonna say. She's like, I tried.
Well, apparently not very hard if you didn't explain how dangerous this was.
Oh, I did. She did. She really did try to tell him. I promise. He just doesn't care.
Adlar, I know your heart's in the right place. I'm not sure if it's the best idea.
Hey, if she's not going to have a head in the game because she's worried about me getting murked at my house.
She's like, yeah, confirm.
Then if I'm right beside her, she'll know exactly where I am when I get ganked.
No, you're not getting ganked.
Except I
That's
won't get ganked because she'll be right there. And you, and Barnaby, and John.
Oh, all right, but I am sincerely worried
Noel.
that she might get ganked because she's distracted trying to watch you.
Okay, so I'll hide.
In the air.
What? Look, we can figure it out, okay? You guys have been doing this for a while. I'm like a good hunter. I'm sure there's an overlap. Look, have a drink, okay? You seem like you need something to relax.
Adlar, 6 days ago, I just watched about a lot of people die in front of me, and I couldn't fix them off because there are too many dead. I don't want to see you be one of them, because at least in your case, I actually know who you are and like you.
Bubby is really, really upset.
No shit!
He whispers very loudly to Lauren.
Are you surprised that this is happening? I tried to talk you out of it. If you thought my friends weren't going to.
I mean, look, I get it, but also, like, Lost Sharag knows where I live, so, you know,
Yeah, that's true.
where else do I go?
And
We
I'm
can't
pretty sure.
stick you
You saw me
somewhere else. And oh Lord, why the fuck did you go fuck him?
I didn't fuck him.
We haven't done that yet. We're waiting.
Wait, you're saying you got him into trouble and you didn't fuck him? What's wrong with you?
He's got a point.
It's a no-win.
You know what? I'm gonna need an extra large whiskey over here for her.
Make that 2.
I don't know what to say right now. Burberry's being really aggressive.
Adlar's just like, I don't have a better idea, so this is what we're doing. Now drink. Chug, chug, chug.
How would you feel about going through some training?
Define training.
Oh no.
Making you less prone to dying.
Is this a test?
No, it's a question. I'm offering to pay to get you trained up so that you're not so squishy.
I am not squishy.
Fight me right now, Adlar.
Dude, let's end the session with the Lost Emeralds versus Adlar and see who wins. I would be so down for that, like, dose of reality for Adlar.
Just smash cut to the fucking dead Peter pose. He's laying on the ground.
Oh, this Adlar. If you can take me down, you don't need any training.
Well, I know I can't take you down. You turn into like snakes and shit.
Okay, well, let's change that. Why don't you try taking me down? I am literally the weakest person in the party.
That's me.
He'll never tell you that, and he'll never admit it.
Okay.
And also, I put Noelle and Burberry at about the same.
Oh, I thought you meant hit points.
No, I meant, like, because Burberry might have more hit points than you, but his damage output is lower.
Interesting.
So, do you want to fight here in this bar, or like, are we fighting?
I'm gonna fight you right now, Adlar.
I don't want to.
Come here, and she's gonna like
No, stop it! I'm
Take his
trying
head.
to enjoy my drink.
give him a noogie.
I'm gonna, you know what, just for funsies, I'll need a charisma save from Adlar.
Ooh.
Is it at disadvantage because he's already so fucked up?
18.
He actually succeeded, so he
He
was
did
not
succeed.
banished. He wasn't banished. Good job, Adlar! Do it again.
What happened?
Do it again.
What's going on? Holy shit. That's a second 18.
Damn.
Again, I can do it again.
What's going on? Bilber, what are you doing? Stop it. You are harshing my... And the beard drops to the ground.
Did you banish him?
I needed to make a point. He's surprisingly smart, or he's surprisingly... I guess I knew he was a little charismatic, so I'm just gonna leave him in there.
Wait,
But side note, he took his beer with him because he was carrying.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Wait, Burberry.
There's
bring
like
him
a
back.
couple drops that out of the cup as he vanishes.
Wait, Burberry, bring him back.
No.
He's staying now.
What if I told you I was gonna fuck him if you brought him back?
Alorin, there are times when I am definitely down for the fuckery. However, you need to explain to him that he can get one hit killed. Because I can tell him, and it won't have nearly as much of effect.
Okay, I'll tell him.
Insight check?
She will. I promise. 20.
23.
I was gonna tell him.
Okay. Because I feel like Burby would be a little skeptical.
That's fair.
All right,
I get it.
I'll bring him back.
What are you doing to me? What? Oh,
Welcome back.
what did you do?
I
Just
put your
went like dark and quiet for like a minute.
I like to think that like the safe place that people get taken to is like pink fluffy clouds that they outside. I know that's the case, but that's kind of what I want in my head.
All right. My eyes were closed. Canon maintained.
Just fell asleep.
Adler, you do know that like the people we're facing can probably kill you in just like one blow, right?
They could probably kill you in one blow. What's your point?
Can't.
No, in her case, it would take at least 5.
Are you
Yeah.
sure?
Positive.
They don't know like magic words that just kill people?
Not
Thankfully,
me.
I don't think we're a high enough level to deal with that kind of enemy yet.
Are you sure?
I am not sure of
Oh,
that,
yeah,
Burberry,
I'm
but it's just valid concerns, honestly, Adler.
Hey, look, I mean, I like 1v1 fucking big ass snakes and like fucking displacer beasts and like
Snakes and displacer beasts are
Actually, the
Easy.
displacer beast is
Displacer
pretty
beast is
good.
pretty-
I will be fair. The displacer
give me
beast is
give me
impressive.
some credit, okay? I shoot pretty good. I'm not here like I'm gonna kill Lasha Rock myself, but hey, remember when I killed that hag with you guys? Remember that? I killed her with my arrow.
Oh yeah, we held her down. Is that what happened with the displacer beast? It was trapped under a rock and I killed it.
A rock that I got to fall on him. Because I'm smarter than a beast.
But are you smarter than a pirate lord?
I don't know, but I'm hoping one of you is.
I'm pretty sure none of us are.
I don't think so.
Then we're fucked. Let's die together. Toast. Here.
I'm not toasting that.
Come on.
No.
Lauren will clink glasses.
Thank you. Clink. Drink.
I don't know what to do.
Well, Adlar's in Freeport now.
Sweet.
Honestly, I feel better that he's with us than not.
No. I am down for him like traveling with us. I'm just scared for him. I am so scared for
Oh
him.
no, I'm
'Cause-
scared for him too. Because I think he was.
'cause let's be real, the person who's going to end up getting him up is probably going to be me.
Probably. I feel like Aloran's gonna have like Revivify like on hand now, and she's gonna gift Adlar like 300 gold worth of diamonds, and she's
Oh,
like,
there's
Really?
some diamonds left in town.
This is
"Oh, I have some still."
this is good though. We can use Adlar like Aloran used those fish.
No.
Oh, there's a glyph in that room. Adlar, why don't you go check it out, see what you see.
Well, okay, so I'll be real. What I was
And
gonna,
not go sneak that shit. Okay.
what I was thinking about doing is because we do have some extra like stuff that we gotta do. So I was gonna see if maybe I could like hire either Gideon or Gerald to like do some training with him.
Train Adlar.
Look, I would ask Secundo or what's his nuts, but they're not here.
Oh my god, Aloran does not want to be there for that conversation. Please don't make Aloran there for that conversation.
I want to see this conversation.
I want this. Come on, DM, jump cut right there.
But
Yeah, sure.
like,
Next day.
Yes.
because that would like A, give them little extra funds, and B, make Adlar slightly less, as I said, squishy. Because although props to him on the saving throws, I will give him that.
Good job.
I did not expect that to happen.
I rolled 2 natural 18s.
Oh,
I wish we had that thing where you could see how many hit points someone had.
Arnie can do it when you shoot
I
somebody.
can do that.
Oh,
I
Adlar,
just gotta shoot him first.
Adlar, stand over
No.
there in that field.
Okay.
Stay still. Alright, Barnaby, I got him for you.
You want me to kneecap him or just take off a finger?
No, none of those, guys. What the fuck?
Well, how else am I supposed to figure out what his medals were?
wait,
Adlar's like fucking balancing an apple on his nose.
isn't there a way to like observe a creature to see how many hit points it has?
There's like abilities, but I don't know if there's like a universal.
Oh,
mechanic
I'm
for
thinking
that.
of no. I'm thinking of the fighter thing because remember,
Yeah,
fighters have that
that's
thing where
what
they
I'm
can
thinking
stare
of,
at
too.
somebody and size them up.
Yeah,
Because I
Fighter
remember Roxy did
does
that a
have a
few
thing
times.
that does it.
Yeah, I just have to be in combat with him.
Okay, so training session with Barnaby, and we figure that out.
Yeah, maybe we can evaluate a
You
little
may
bit.
not even have to fight him, honestly. I think you could just use it as I think it's a bonus action. Excuse me. Target
As a
acquisition.
bonus action, I can assess one creature I can see. Will tell them if they have more or less total HP than you, and whether it currently has more or less than half of that in remaining HP. Oh, well, there you go. Let me size them up.
Alright.
No, we should just have him babysit the fire child for a little bit. That'll help.
That's not going to hurt.
Well, Adlar definitely has less HP than you, Barnaby. And he is at full HP right now.
All right.
So it's somewhere between 1 and whatever Barnaby's max hit points are. It's probably more than 1.
Yeah, easy. Figure it out. I'm stronger than him. The end.
Oh my god.
Problem solved.
He's just like,
Yep, he's a weakling.
your ball friend's a pussy, Lauren.
I will pitch. We should probably like briefly discuss what our intentions are as a party going forward, because
That would be wise before the end of the session.
yeah, that was where I was thinking we should probably.
I'm
Move
gonna
this.
side note with the I don't think Burberry actually knows about the whole white cartel bit thing, and I was gonna I had a response for it.
Well, now's your chance.
Wait, what?
What?
All right, we're back in the Presidium. We're all sitting in a room together.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, if we are going to go back, naturally we will have to kill everyone.
Right, we would have to pretty much take care of everybody there.
Yes, and no whatevers, because I'm pretty sure that if he asked us to do it, that means at least the White Cartel isn't aware that we were actually the ones that were hired to take it over in the first place. So, if we are going to go back, the people who currently work there would recognize us, and we can't have any of that.
Yeah,
True.
And they tell on us.
they would.
It would just get worse the more people are around once we're done. Barnaby,
Well, yeah, that's an easily solvable situation there.
right, if we just go and murder everyone.
Yeah.
Are you specifically wanting to get revenge in this way? Because it seems
I
to
will
me
admit,
like
that does seem a
Bubba
little
is
extreme
the
for you.
problem, not these random cartel members.
Well, what are you implying?
I would also vote against the Bubba thing, if only because the main reason that we're not doing it is, or the main reason that we ended up coming out here in the first place was we were trying to avoid the white cartel knowing our faces. And I feel like if we attack Bubba, they'll figure it out pretty quick.
Fair.
You know, considering he had us on his ship for dinner. And probably told him that he was gonna. They probably told him that he was going to talk with us about it, especially because Barnaby already half agreed to it.
Yeah, it's true.
I just told him I was on board, but I left the rest up to the party.
Well, that's why I said half agreed.
So, just to be clear, Barnaby, you want to go and take care of everyone that is part of Willem's gang that we can find there. Because if I remember correctly, a lot of people there were like just farmers and like just people working in a village.
Admittedly, I did lose a little bit of taste in my mouth for taking down. I'm gonna eat another squid pop.
It's just a big decision, and I want to make sure that we are making an informed one.
Well, we need to do something about them to teach them a lesson.
I
I'm
admit
just not
you
sure
are
what
being
that
a
should
lot more vindictive than I expected. I don't know if I'm proud of you or horrified.
Lauren's proud.
It's just against blood. Anybody else, not too much, but well, like I said, blood's blood. Can't trust them, then who can you trust?
Didn't you run away from home because you couldn't trust blood?
Yes, that seems counter to what your mother has essentially taught you.
That's blood that you were on bad terms with. There's a difference between good terms and bad terms.
So it's more of a betrayal if you're on good terms?
Yes.
Oh, Lauren!
Yes?
Suddenly I think it was a really bad idea to put booze in the thing.
I know, we might have turned him
Oh, but we're
into-
not blood, we're okay.
Oh, yeah. Right. We're fine, we're fine.
Now y'all are family.
Damn it!
Oh, he's gonna kill us in our sleep now.
As long as we don't betray him.
We're doomed.
We're doomed.
No,
We're
no,
doomed.
it's fine. It was a food-related thing, so he'll probably... And
Never forgive us.
I will say Burberry is saying all of this out loud. And he just kind of looks at Barnaby and goes, he'll probably make extra spicy gumbo. And he sounds like weirdly hopeful about it.
So spicy, please.
I do know I did have one batch that didn't taste quite right, so I just pitched it and started a new batch.
Okay, so apparently a
good.
bad prank does not stop the sanctity of gumbo.
No. We're good. We're good.
I think
Not
the
cool.
shrimp in it were a bit too turned, if you ask me.
Well, I'll tell you what, Barnaby. As an apology for spiking your bag the one time, you're welcome to prank back. I am actually very curious to see what that would look like.
You what?
I thought we had this conversation already.
Burberry, he doesn't remember things.
I mean, it did cook out.
It's the principle.
We were really drunk.
That
Sorry.
is true. We were very drunk.
That certainly explains it.
And it was only the one time.
We have not done it since.
No. And it was very good gumbo. Gave it a little bit of, like, meatiness? Meatiness? It had a flavor.
Well, that's what the shrimp's for. And the chicken.
Besides, in addition to, different flavor. Also good flavor, but different flavor.
As long as you promise not to do it again.
Oh, definitely not. Honestly, I didn't think. I was surprised you didn't notice the first time.
Like I said, I noticed it tasted a bit funky, so I didn't eat any myself.
Laura gets a no from a message.
Oh no. It's okay.
Well,
Well,
I guess you've managed to hold your record then.
Unfortunately, we didn't get him to drink. This is absolutely unfortunate.
I mean, it wouldn't even have been drinking even if you did eat it. As I
I
said,
know.
most it cooks out.
Exactly. That's why it wasn't even going to be that bad of a prank. Oh well.
here's a question for
Do it again.
someone.
No, I don't want him to shoot me in the face like he's done to you several times.
Oh, I deserve that.
DM. When these red lights started initially, we saw them inland too, right?
Smaller ones, yes. Much smaller. They're like little red lights up in like the mountains and stuff.
Okay. Was any of that, given that time has passed now, discerned to be in the direction of the place where Rainier and Secunda were going?
Yes.
Okay. Well, there's another reason to possibly go out there. We might get a peek at what these red lights are exactly.
I'd like to know that.
So that's, a point in favor of doing this, engaging with it in some way at the very least. I would also pitch, if we're going to be engaging with Lasharag further, I do think it would be worth checking in on the things going on with Burberry before we begin to venture out over the water, if that's in our future. Given
Things
what
going on
happened.
with me? What things? There's nothing going wrong with me.
That's a lie.
I don't think any of us have forgotten about the shipwreck on Montepon. And we don't really know what became of all that with Koron and where the Conclave is, if they're working on that. That could be worth addressing or engaging with before we move forward too far.
Well, I imagine if they had gotten any progress on it, they would have contacted me. I mean, they do know my state on this island.
Is there a reason you wanted to go to Hollowvale specifically?
Oh, they have the largest library.
Hmm.
Although that's more of, his thing than mine. It's very boring.
Well, we can get drunk while he does it.
It would be
Can't.
if the Conclave or any.
In the library.
What was that?
Not at the library. Go somewhere else.
I can't go somewhere else.
Ah, shit. That's right. We'll figure it out. Lauren will always have a plan for this.
The secretly getting drunk in the library.
Yes, 100%. It is going to happen. Sorry, please continue, Peter.
Sorry.
No, it's all good. I was just trying to think. I'm gonna go Hollowvale because they have a huge library. If the Conclave or anyone stationed out in Hollowvale has access to a teleportation sigil, I can get us there easily. It would be trivial for us to get there in a day and go through the library.
We could ask the Eastern Alliance, since we kind of know that they have one.
Oh, don't we have a meeting with them that no one has told Lauren about?
Oh, We do. I could have mentioned it in one of the settings. We glossed over several of those. But that's also not for 7 days or 6 days from now.
Today would be because Aloran left Feral on the 31st.
Okay,
To
so it's
land
like in
there.
3 days.
So she would have gotten to, yeah, it's like the 34th now, right?
Okay.
Or, yeah. Or the night of the 30, no, it's the night of the 33rd. Night of the 33rd.
Right.
Wait, if Adlar does travel with us, perhaps Barnaby could give him some shooting tips?
You think I need shooting tips?
I like the idea of Gerald training him, to be honest. We'll put him in the daycare. Come back.
I'll teach you how to shoot a gun.
I am not hunting with a gun. That is so loud. You're going to scare everything in the woods.
Yeah, and kill everything in the woods if you get good enough aim.
Or you move quietly, carefully, and you kill them one by one by one. And they
Man,
never
I
know.
wish we had a rogue in the party.
Gosh, if only.
What, you think I can't be sneaky just because I'm in this armor?
Cling clang.
Bet I can get more animals than you can in an hour.
Oh wait, out of character. Is Adlar a rogue? I thought he was a ranger.
He is a ranger.
Oh, he's a ranger.
Oh,
That's what
well,
I thought.
That doesn't mean he can't do rogue stuff.
Oh, I know. I'm just like, that's because that's where. Oh, I want to try and find a way to help level him up if possible. I just don't know how we'll do that because we don't have anybody who fights like he does. The closest we have is Barnaby, and clearly that's not going well.
No, that is going very poorly very quickly.
Also, DM refresher, because there was one more pitch I wanted to make. What was the thing that Martin mentioned about Sandy going up to Chaser?
Yeah, it was a very offhanded thing, but he mentioned that Sandy was going to be going up to Chaser in the next few weeks at some point, because apparently a contact of the Calabayas had completely dropped off the grid.
Oh, wait, Noelle?
Mm-hmm.
Does that mean you're going to be bringing your girlfriend too?
Jade is off on her own quest right now. I don't know when she gets back.
Do you need to give her a heads up about stuff?
Yeah, I should, probably sending her. It's one of those times where it's like, I wanted to, and then a worm attacked, and now I don't know how you fit that in a sending spell. So, here we are 5 days later.
You can send an old-fashioned letter.
That's brilliant. I will get in contact. I'll do it tonight. I will get in contact with her tonight.
All right, because if I don't know if it's going to have quite the same issue as Lauren brought up, but might.
No, I don't. Truthfully, I'm okay with her being on her own right now. I think the further she is from us, the safer she is, probably. Especially since she's off on Illigal in spelunking through caves. So that's about as far from being attacked at the coast as you can get.
It's true.
So what I was thinking of was today I met with my dad. Just he wanted to check in to make sure I was okay. It was a good chance.
So
to catch
nice.
Up. Yeah, he's great. So it seems like there is possibly several reasons why at this point we might have a reason to go to Chaser. There was initially Gerald's armor, which got stolen, which we never addressed. And then the second one is escaping me now.
Oh, do we need to bring Gerald along too? That'd be so funny.
That would be cool. Shit, there was a second reason we were going to go to Chaser. And then this new one, which I just learned of today, which is that Sandy is up there, and it'd be interesting to see what they're up to.
We want to buy magic items?
Oh, yeah, it was the manacles. That was what I was going to mention. A way to trap La Charog, stop him from teleporting and interplanar shifting.
I can turn into a snake and
Where was
grapple
it?
him.
Oh yeah, I linked that in the Lost Emeralds chat, but I'll just copy paste it.
Think we could get that one thing that we use the hack on them?
It was. Sorry, it was a little metagamey, but these dimensional shackles was something that I was wanting to look for.
I know
In
about
your
those.
Because Lasharog seems to be all teleporty and interplanar travel-y, and those would be perfect to stop him from doing that. And given Chaser's history of being, magic item filled, they might have them up there.
Also, we still need to drop off this bottle of wine to Rainer's brother.
Yeah, we have reason to go to Landor too. I know Burberry wants to go there.
Yes, need to visit
Again,
that
getting
monument.
there is a bit more trivial. We can find any teleportation sigils.
I feel like if we're gonna go to Landor, we should do that later, because I think we're gonna have to pass through Daggermore to do that.
Well, that's
Aye.
with the teleportation. What sits? We don't have to pass through nothing.
Well, I don't think Noel can get to Landor.
If we can find a sigil, I can. If someone, some establishment or business or company or whatever has a sigil, I can get there.
Hold on. We might be able to ask Sam Plotable if he knows someone.
Someone on Landor?
I mean, he is a tradesperson.
Well, I'm sure he knows
No.
people. Are you talking about for like teleporting or?
Possibly. I don't know if he would know of what the sigil is, but sigil? Sigil?
I always
Gif?
said
Gif?
sigil. Sigil and gift.
But he does deal in very high value stuff, so he might know somebody who has access to one.
I feel
We
like if
could
Sam
all-
Potable could teleport, he probably would.
No. Well, I mean, no. But like teleporting yourself and teleporting all your shit is two different things.
That can be true.
I mean, we can also
That
talk to
has been
Alexi,
established.
which I also want to talk to Alexi. If we can potentially squeeze that in, just for a very quick couple questions.
Sure.
We should probably start aiming in a direction at some point here.
All right, let's do
No, we
Burberry
live
stuff.
here forever now.
Cool, we're gonna force Burberry to go deal with this stuff.
It would
Okay.
be probably fairly trivial to get to Allevale if we want to start there.
I feel like we should wait for Chaser until we have more money accrued.
Oh, you want to buy stuff?
Yes.
Okay. I thought
just
it was
don't
like
have
a
money for
black
it.
market. Like we just go there and we beat up some people.
Well, I'd like to have money just in case.
Noelle wants to do a crime.
So we're doing crime now.
It's all stolen anyway.
All right, Noel. I'll think with you. I like this energy.
I don't know. I'm feeling sassy ever since the worm attack.
Oh my god, what has happened to this party? Burberry is saying murder everyone. Noelle is saying let's just do crime. What's happened? What's happened to us?
Everything's
You guys
falling
have been through a
apart.
lot. You guys have been through a lot.
I don't know, I'm not thinking straight.
Adlar will put one thought forward, and this will be the DM's one mouthpiece moment.
Okay.
Haven't you heard, Plate? You're joining the party now.
I know, it's great. If you guys have a big meeting with the East Alliance this week, maybe do that, and then maybe you know something more, and then you make a decision.
Oh.
DM's telling us to do the meeting and then make a decision.
I thought he put the meeting so far out so we could do something in the interim, but
Yeah,
sure.
it's literally in 3 days. I put it far out because I knew Lauren would have to get back to town.
I see. You know what? Let's scrap all this and go to the meeting instead.
Yeah, something tells me we should do that.
Mm.
All right, I'm gonna go bother Alexi.
Okay.
I'll
So-
be back, guys.
Are you going tonight, or are you going to go
Right
in the
now.
morning? Right now?
I thought this was the
Okay.
morning.
I thought this was the morning.
Oh,
too.
is it morning?
You
Okay, so
jump cutted us to the morning.
cool. Morning on the 34th, then fine. So Aloran is going to go talk to Alexi, and heading up to his quarters. knocking twice. It's a little slow to open. You have to knock, and eventually you hear his
Alexi,
voice.
it's your favorite little Triton.
One moment, and eventually you hear that as the door unlocks and opens for you. And
That's three
stepping
waking
inside,
people for what?
do what?
That's 3 waking people for you.
Yeah. Alexi calls to you, bedroom.
Ooh,
Oh.
you gotta end on a cliffhanger.
And stepping inside, you see that Alexi is currently wrapped up in a nest of blankets and comforter and pillows, surrounded by books, and wrapped in bandages. And he
God,
just
are you
gives you
okay?
a little kind of weak wave. Good morning. As he marks his spot and closes the book. Chair, and he'll mage hand a chair across the floor to the side of the bed.
Are you okay?
I felt better.
Can I, like, healing touch him? Oh, I'll make healing spirit. And then I'll have a cute little animal heal him up.
The one thing I regret specializing in Arcana. This feels fantastic. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So, how is everyone?
Great. We're great.
Me too. You go first.
Lasharog has visited me in my dreams.
Creepy.
Says he wants me to watch the end of the world, basically. I think
That-
he's obsessed.
Feels like a jab.
It's fine. He hasn't done it since. I did also annoy him the next, like, a few hours later with oopsie.
Interesting.
So maybe he'll leave me alone now. But is there a way to, like, make it so he can't do that? Just in case? Because he's really creepy.
Well,
And I didn't sleep great, to be honest.
off the top of my head, no, but it's not a problem I've run into very often. I can put it on my list of things to look into, for sure.
Okay.
That's
Thank you.
that's doable. I've got lots of free time now.
Why's that?
I'm on sabbatical.
What does that mean?
It means I am
In trouble?
not technically suspended, but basically suspended.
What? Why?
Apparently, dragging a junior warden on a military action against a warship is a poor show of judgment. So,
I'm the one that blew it up. It was my idea. I dragged you along.
he's just like waving his hand.
Who made this decision?
Oh no.
This was a collective decision among the conservators.
What the fuck? I'm so sorry.
It's not your fault. I knew what I was doing, and I'm fine with it.
And I do it again.
I would. They are scared. That's all it is. It's fear, and they're not willing to admit it. But I think in a couple of days we're going to all have a very clear picture of just how bad this is. I assume you were invited to the Eastern Alliance's little
Oh.
soiree.
That reminds me. I never actually got to tell you what I saw when I spied on Lasharog. Oh wait, can you... Familiars can't get in here, right?
No.
Perfect. Okay. I'm pretty sure his familiar's stalking me. Because he knows exactly where I slept and all this stuff. Yeah, it's great.
Alexi's thinking, but go ahead.
She'll give him like the rundown about about the ship name, and summoning another one like in front of her very eyes. That was even bigger, and that there's definitely more. And just basically everything she heard in that conversation.
Okay. Alexi does grab a scrap of paper and take a note down of the Bane. When you mention the monster appearing from the depths, he does not seem fazed in the slightest by that. And just kind of grimly nods. And
and then there's a gate's gonna open at the end of summer or something like that.
A gate?
Yes.
That grabs his attention. Fuck. Okay. Well, if that's not confirmation, I don't know what is. We should probably finish the calculations just to be sure, but that would track.
What would?
The light, I think, is pulsing. It's slow. I mean, you wouldn't see it just watching it, over the course of a night. But we've measured variance in its brightness since it appeared. It reached its dimmest point about a week ago and has begun to brighten since then.
Mm.
So, not having a lot of data points to draw off of, we're really making a rough estimate. My rough guess was we had at least a year before this thing hit a fever pitch, but end of summer is not great.
No.
Well, I could probably fill you in on a lot right now, but honestly, I would just be repeating myself come the 36th. So, it might be better to just cover it then, truth be told. Give me some time to organize as well, as he's kind of looking around at all these books and notes he's got out, trying to get my presentation in order. They've got Gideon's brother representing the Green Wardens.
What?
At the meeting.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes.
Oh, that's going to be tense.
Oh, I'm sure. I don't know how they came to that decision. I'm honestly not sure I want to be a part of it. Whatever argument that was. But, yeah, no, he's representing us at the meeting. And I assume Gideon will be there representing the Gatewatch.
Yep, probably.
And I will be there on my own now.
You
Since
can
I
be
have...
there with us.
Well, they did specifically request I attend on account of the work that I've been doing with them and the Conclave regarding this creature's carapace and this light situation. So, but I'll definitely take a seat next to you. Thank you.
Well, if you need anything, you know where to find us.
I wouldn't say no to another one of those spirits, but I'm sure you have
I got you, fam.
plenty to do.
Nope, she doesn't.
Ugh.
Wait, I just realized
like,
the
laid
Lord
back in the
always
bed.
has spirits. What are you talking about?
I know. I thought he was talking about alcohol at first, and then I was like, oh.
Nah, as soon as you get the healing spirit out, he's like mage handing a fucking glass full of, that whiskey you get him every time you come over.
All right.
Just
I will
mage
use,
hands a couple glasses over for the two of you.
I will use all 3 of my second level spell slots for him.
He seems much more relaxed after that.
Well, if you want to get out of here, we're at the Presidium. So I can imagine it's probably not fun being here right now.
Honestly, I think I might be spending more time there in the coming days after this is all said and done.
No, there's plenty of rooms.
Gideon's mentioned he's been working on something, but has not been very forthcoming as to what. So I'll confess I'm a little curious.
Oh, didn't we give him the elemental?
We did.
You do have an elemental in the basement.
I am
It is-
curious if
it
the
is
elemental-
What he's
still-
doing in the base.
It is still in that room,
Okay.
for the record. The elemental has not been dispelled or broken free. It is still in that cell in a magic circle.
I am curious if the elemental is the only thing that he's going to bring.
Yeah, I think Lauren will probably be like, well, we did give him an elemental, and I think it's in the basement. He's been in the basement. Probably has to do with the elemental.
Maybe.
Use an elemental!
Oh, guess what I can do now? Do you want to see? Do you want to see? Do you want to see? Don't freak out. Okay, I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
And she turns into a water elemental.
Oh. Wow. Okay.
And then she'll turn back.
Bravo.
Oh, wait. I have a weird question because my brain just went weird places, so please bear with me, sorry.
Very good.
Does that mean that if Lauren really wanted to, she could disguise herself as a water elemental and just go hang out with the other water elemental?
Probably.
What you in for?
Oh my god, she could go to Lashara and be like, I am your humble water elemental.
Exactly.
Blah, 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 blah.
Please spill all your
Gurgle, 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 gurgle.
What were we up to again?
Yeah, what's going on? Gurgle, gurgle.
Run the plan through.
I feel like Lauren feels really bad about Alexi's situation, so I think she's gonna ask if he's like hungry or anything.
I'm quite all right, but thank you. I really am.
What's your favorite restaurant? What's your favorite thing? Tell me.
There is a dumpling house in Little Sarashore that I am partial to.
Okay.
Do you know where this is? Nope. Give you an address.
Yeah, she'll be like, I'll be back.
Oh, Lauren, what are you doing here?
This is faster than arguing.
Yep. Lauren will leave, and if she sees any conservators, tell me I see a conservator. Oh wait, I know where the conservator's room is,
You
right?
do know where they meet, yes.
Oh, okay, I'm gonna go over there.
Okay. As you approach that room, there are a lot of raised voices coming from inside, and there are several wardens bunched up outside the door listening in.
Oh, I'm listening in too.
Yeah. It's heated.
What are they talking about?
You hear... I mean, pretty much everyone in there is kind of starting and stopping on top of each other. Very strong debate about what the warden's next step is with regards to this attack situation. There are a few voices in there that are advocating that the Green Wardens maintain their role as a humanitarian organization first and foremost. That is their job. That is what they do. That is why they're here. There are others who are invoking the Warden's history from the days of Illyria, when the Wardens weren't just humanitarians, but peacekeepers. They offered support in situations like these, like actual armed, competent magical support. And this is the sort of thing
Well,
that's-
Lauren's gonna bust it.
So I'll say this. You try the door and it's locked.
Turns into a bear, busts it anyway.
Yep.
Are you going to do that?
Yeah, fuck it, why not? Lauren doesn't give a fuck. She'll bust in, turn into a Lauren, close the doors behind her, and be like, listen here, all of you shut the fuck up for 5 fucking seconds. And we're gonna have it. You're gonna listen to me. Okay?
Oh, no.
Oh. Okay.
If you think that not being involved in this is going to go well, you're a fool. I've seen him summon more of these creatures. We don't know how many is in the deep. He's opening a gate at the end of the fucking summer to let how many more in there. You have to make a stand. We're here to protect people.
Okay, wait, hold
We
on,
can't be a
sorry.
humanitarian.
We're getting really bad doubling.
Oh.
Oh.
We can't be humanitarian if there's nobody to save and no one to help. So, listen to what people are telling you. We all saw the destruction that could occur. Let's stop it before it happens. Because this is not the end, and this is the fucking beginning. And it's gonna go 10 times worse, faster than any of us will ever be prepared for if we don't start getting ready now.
Okay. I'll say go ahead and roll persuasion.
I'm gonna use my inspiration probably on this one. Yeah, we'll go for it. We'll go for it. Inspiration. Ooh. Actually pretty good, I think. It's not a 20. It's a 25.
25.
Yeah. I was going more for inspirational, and she probably wasn't cussing as much. She was more of just like,
Shut the
guys.
fuck up and listen to me.
Yeah, no, she didn't say that. She was like, stop bickering for 5 seconds and just listen to what I have to say. And then I'll probably at the very end be like, and you're a fool to be kicking Alexi out of this. He was there. He saw everything. He knows what's going on. He is one of your most valuable people that you could be speaking with right now. And he has all the knowledge that none of you do regarding the situation.
Okay. I think there is definitely some surprised, but like positive murmuring and maybe a couple cheers from the wards of the door who were listening in on this. The conservators at the table, meanwhile, are all sort of sitting in a stunned silence after you had just fucking bear broken down the door and started it on them. You can see on several faces. There are expressions of approval among the wardens here.
There's also expressions of...
Oh, 100%.
Oh yeah, I know that.
Kaus, chief among them.
Of course, yes. She's like giving him a fuck you face.
Yeah. You see at the center of the table oh god, what is his fucking name?
Was it the chief guy? Uh-oh.
Yeah. Steward Elsar, Aranir Elsar. This half-elven man, kind of faint stubble, kind of long, wavy, dark hair that kind of falls down to his shoulders, and very clean-cut, formal warden robes. He will stand up and just very, very gently say, Lauren, your concerns are noted and heard by the council here.
Mm-hmm.
If you please excuse us. I think we have a lot to discuss. Still. And,
I think as she leaves, she's like, you guys should at least stop bickering and actually listen to each other if we're gonna make any progress. And she'll walk out.
okay. I think as the doors close behind you, you do hear, as Elsar sits down, he says, she isn't wrong. We need to come to a decision. And at that point, you'll hear Kaus start up. She is just as impetuous and headstrong as her father. And then Gal starts in from the other side. It's like, do not take his name in vain. And it just starts all over again.
I'll go get Alexi dumplings.
Okay.
And then I'll go back and be like, nothing happened. I didn't do anything. I didn't yell at all the conservatives.
No, of course you didn't. And I don't know anything about it. I'm on vacation.
Yep.
As he starts eating dumplings.
Oh,
And
so
then-
he did hear about
And
it?
then, poof, you see a bird appear inside his room.
Oh, was he following me?
Oh, he was listening in on the meeting.
Oh. Oh. Well, you definitely heard all that then. Never mind.
You're not wrong. So, it is half an hour past 12.
Not bad.
It is probably time to wrap. It is the 35th of the month, or no, 34th of the month. So we have another day and a half before your meeting. MVP votes. Any nominees from the party?
I'll nominate Lauren for doing her best to get the Green Wardens back in order.
Second
I'll
that.
go with Burberry for just healing. While Lauren was
Burberry's
mostly
being very productive.
fucking around
Burberry's
until the
being
very
a very
end.
good cookie while Lauren is playing sitcom in Feral.
Honestly, I think I didn't mean to do that. I just found out that like
No, it's fair.
he got booted. And I was like,
Suspended.
suspended. That's so fun.
They didn't kick him
Well-
out.
Trade up Adlar's 12 hit points and get him into fighting shape.
I am more than capable of taking a shot. I don't know what you're talking. Holy shit, that hurts!
I'm sorry, but you know
You
you're
can't
fucked.
handle Bertha.
You know you're fucked if the person who's in charge of
Okay.
healing you is like, yeah, you're boned. Please don't.
Please don't come.
Like I want to be nice, I do, but no. You're a 3-pound dog in a world of Rottweilers.
I'll
That's
go
why
with
you-
Noelle. She
that's
had
why
some
you
good
go for the
character
balls.
development.
Well, thank you. Well, nobody gets
Who gets
MVP.
Well, everybody gets a point at least.
I mean, I have not voted yet, and I will second Lauren.
All right then.
Oh, it was a tie between Lauren and Noelle because Noelle did have that lovely chat, and Noelle just had a really hard day in the middle of all of that.
Mm-hmm. She did.
It's been a weird week.
Like, you got talked to by your dad. You got blindsided by the thing, and then the Lauren.
Yeah.
You had a bad day.
Very-
Wait, what did Lauren do?
Oh, just the sudden call out of nowhere.
Oh.
It's a busy day.
yeah.
Yeah. I was like, oh, I didn't do anything bad to Noelle.
No,
I
it
just had
wasn't.
bad news.
No, yeah, no, it wasn't. It wasn't you. It was the news.
Fair.
At least Strat de Lapland lived.
At least Stratliff.
I got an exclusive.
I hope he deserves a raise.
Strat de Lapland. This is just his this is a good arc for him. I think he got an office. He got an exclusive interview with us. He knows the right
Broke his-
people.
He broke his leg and lost some teeth. Like,
He
God
gets a-
damn it, did he get the story of the
The
fucking
newspaper
decade?
equivalent of a Purple Heart.
What's it? A Pulitzer. It's a Pulitzer.
Yeah.
Sure.
It's coming. Don't blow the final battle, guys. He'll fucking win it for your shit. If you let him.
I hope somehow he gets the final blow on the enemy. By
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
writing
Let's
the
take
newspaper.
Strat de Lapland with us, guys.
He can document the whole thing
Yeah.
firsthand.
Oh, I would like to say real quick, I am going to be scrying on La Shirag.
When?
I probably would have done it like once a day.
Okay. We can cover that off screen.
Okay.
Sorry,
I was just like, wait, no, I would have been doing that because she's going to try to find more information,
sure.
if possible.
I think we can cover that. That said, good game, guys.